Just because he came every morning to take a sikha. I told him, but we're sending you on mail. He said, no, this sikha, I want my children to see it. Comes at my home, it comes a sikha from the Rebbe. But I want it before. That's the reason I'm coming up to take a sikha.
He needs a sikha, but he needs it in his mailbox.
The kid should see, as he comes a sikha from Rebbe in the moment. Coming a sikha from the Rebbe to the mailbox.
I'm Yossi Kamen. Welcome to Among Chassidim by Derher, an ongoing farbrengen about life as a chassid, our vibrant connection with the Rebbe, and inspired living shaped by the way he teaches us each and every day. Shalom Aleichem, Rabbi Wilhelm, thank you very much for being here.
Aleichem Shalom.
Okay, and you're, I would say you're a veteran over here in Crown Heights.
Yes.
You're probably around here for...
And the end of Tovshin Chofei. I came in Yutes Elul Tovshin Chofei I came.
Wow. And Tovshin Chofei, and you came from Eretz Yisrael? From
Eretz Yisrael, yeah. I was the first bochur from Lud. Because we were ready to go to the Zal, to Shlomo Chaim in Kfar Chabad. Then my mother passed away a year before. And my father went back to America. I mean, he was back and forth all the time.
Wait, your father's from America?
No, he's from Israel, but he went for probably 50 years back and forth, man. Before the Medina, everything.
He would travel back and forth?
But yeah, in business. Then said he's going back. I said, you're leaving myself, because all my brothers are married. And I said, I'll go together with you. He came over here. I asked the Rebbe, where should I go to learn? It was then.
Your father was a Lubavitcher Chassid?
Yeah. My father learned in Torah Semes. His grandfather, from his mother's side, was a Chabad Chassid.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he came to Israel right after the P'tir from Tzemach Tzedek. This is my father's grandfather.
From his mother?
From his mother.
What was his name?
Yisrael Shimon Shein. And he came with his father. His father was a choizer by the Tzemach Tzedek. Even in the library, they have a few Bichlach Chassidus from him. His name is written on it.
Okay.
Yeah. And even they saw Shimon Shein. I mean, let's say when the Igros from the Friedrich Rebbe was printed, the first volume, or the second volume, the first volume, I think was it. I saw the two letters, Tov Rish Samach Dalet. I mean, the Friedrich Rebbe was 20-something years old, 24 years old. He wrote a letter to Slonim. He said, you should give 100 ruble kesef to Yisro Shimon Shein that he sent me a full library. It was Tov Rish Samach Dalet. The Friedrich Rebbe had a library then. Then he had contact with them, to send them 2 letters.
So he was in
Eretz Yisrael.
He wanted to send...
No, he sent to the Friedrich Rebbe a library.
From Eretz Yisrael, Sfarim.
Yeah, the Friedrich Rebbe asked them, look for Sfarim, old Sfarim, send it to me. And he sent them, he said, please give him the 100 ruble kesef that I owe him for this Sfarim.
Payment.
He sent me payment.
Uh-huh. So therefore, your father lived in Teres Emes.
Yeah, my father lived in Teres Emes. My father was when the Friedrich Rebbe came to pay test. My father was a few bochrim. I don't know if he was married or not. I think he was married already. Yeah, he was married already. So he was in Koidel from the Teres Emes. He and a few other people, Rabbi Simchovich, he told them, you should be together with the Rebbe all the time. Then my father went to Hebron, Sfas, Tveria, wherever they went. My father was one of the people that went. But then when I came over here, I wrote to the Rebbe, where should I go to learn? It was then Bedford, Newark, and Montreal, because I was only 16 years old.
So you didn't know, you knew that you wanted to stay?
Yeah, I came to stay.
You asked the Rebbe before?
Yeah.
The Rebbe said you
could? My father is not me, my father.
Mm-hmm. That was unusual, no?
What? To come?
To come to
yeah, I was young. I was only 16 years old.
Were the other Eretz Bachrim?
Nobody came out. Soon I'll come to it.
Okay.
Then I asked the Rebbe. Then I have letters from the Rebbe from before, but this was typed letters. The Rebbe sent it to me from Bar Mitzvah, from before Bar Mitzvah. Tovshin Yutes, I was in Yeshiva Serev. They sent a pan to the Rebbe. Then the Rebbe sent back a pan with all the names from all the people. It was about 20, 25 people. All the names, and then was the Kras Shana Chadosha.
The what?
The Rebbe sent like invitation, you call it, yeah, the Katshon HaChadosh, Nein
Katshon
Nevoches.
HaChadosh, okay. Yeah.
And this was Tovshin Yotes. I have them with my name. But then after, when I went to Lud in Yeshiva, we sent Pidyenes Yud Shvat and Erev Rosh Hashanah.
The whole yeshiva.
The whole yeshiva, everybody sent by himself, yeah. But interestingly, talking like this, when it came back...
There was a whole thing, everyone would sit down and write Pidyenes?
Yeah, went to the mikveh and they come in, write it
down.
Like
would...
Not Rav Chaim, we were still young person, nicht Rav Chaim. This was still in Lud, in Pardes.
Okay.
And it's interesting is that when the package came back, I mean, all the Pidyenes back from the Rebbe, was it typed, just the name was written. By the mask, it was not typed, just written the name, but and one of my friends, the Rebbe added on, like a Pidyon Nefesh Niskabel, the Rebbe put a Vov. And Pidyon, the Rebbe put Pidyones, a Yud Vov Sof.
All of the Pidyones?
One of my friends.
You're saying more than one Pidyon that your friend
sent? Like two. And you said, I didn't send two Pidyon, I sent only one Pidyon, what the Rebbe wrote. But then he made a script before he wrote a Pidyon. He didn't like it. Then he wrote the second one. By mistake, he sent both of them. Yeah. And you see, like, the Rebbe got everything, and the Rebbe, when he signed the letters or whatever, yeah, the Rebbe knew that this guy gave two. The Rebbe added on this Pidyon. Two. Yeah. But when I came over here, then the Biyom Klan called me in, I have an answer from the Rebbe. I looked, okay, give it to me. No, we're not giving the Ksav Yad. Because I was just like, I'm getting...
You didn't know how the system worked?
No, it was like... Then I know it by heart till now. The Rebbe wrote, כשיבואו לכאן, האנולס דתומכת מימים דמחוץ לו עיר, 2 lines on the מחוץ לו עיר, it's mean, in other words, not Bedford.
So it's translate, that what? Translate.
When the Anoles, from the yeshivas, will come here from out of state, whatever, yeah, Yedaber itom aloides hazorim dekom, should speak to them about this story from the yeshiva, umokim shedi bechofetz yoser shom milmod, and where his heart wants to learn, then he should go. Then I spoke to people from Montreal. They told me Montreal coming Yud Shvat, and then you could go for Pesach. Then when I'm coming to the Rebbe, I should come only one time.
And that understanding that you should wait till they come. So you're sitting in New York and you should wait?
No, Rosh Hashanah. They're coming now for Tishrei. They come to Yeshiva, they're coming for Tishrei. I should speak to them. The Seder for the yeshivas, how it goes there. Yeah. But then I found out the yeshiva in Montreal, they're coming for Yud Shvat. I mean, in other words, you're living right after Simchas Torah. Till Yud Shvat, you're not coming to the Rebbe, you're staying in yeshiva. You're coming back Yud Shvat, you're staying till Pesach. Pesach, you could go home. Then I said, first of all, I don't have a home. I mean, I came, and then I said, no, I'll go better to Newark. Because Newark, you could come every Shabbos Mevorchim. Or when it's a Vade Fabringen.
So, but one of the options was Bedford?
No, the Rebbe Kostab. The Rebbe said, Mechutz lo ir.
Mechutz lo ir, okay.
Yeah. Then I went to Newark. I was in Newark.
So who's then Hall in Newark?
Then
Rabbi Yisrael?
Rabbi Yisrael mit Melach Zwiebel. Das ist im Nigland Chassidus. Ich habe noch im Sternberg, was im Maschgiach. Und Rabbi Yosef was der Menayel plus could say Mashpia for Fabringens. Fabringens is a large, it was very nice, this Fabringens and the singing.
That's how he started as a Mashpia there.
Yeah, he started, but then he went here this. And then I wrote letters to my friends in the London in Kfar Chabad. And for the Fabringen, how it goes and what everything. Then they said, listen, we have to come to our two. The young Rebbe's for 17 years old.
So you're reporting to them what's happening by the Rebbe, so they said...
Then I had right away came Yossi Gansburg, the Shliach in Toronto, his cousin Yossi Paris. These two came.
Montreal.
Yeah, then came Yossi Losh came there, Chaim Ezra Tzfassman, Moni Wolfowski. All these people came because of me. After I sent him, then Yossi Gansburg and Yossi Paris came. Then Dharma said, look, we want to come also. Like this, more people came.
And then
now without Kvutze, it's called.
And then Holla in Eretz Yisrael was okay with this?
I don't know if they asked the Anole or not.
Yeah. They asked the Rebbe probably. I mean, each one probably has their own story.
Yeah, that's the Rebbe.
So Tavshin Chav.
This Tavshin Chavav, I was Tavshin Chavav here. I was in Newark, Tavshin Chavav, Chav Zayin, and till Samech Chav Ches. Samech Chav Ches, I came to 770 already.
So that's, and 770, so you're ready.
I was at a bochur. But then 770, when I came, I was not in yeshiva yet because it was like 2 weeks vacation from, they gave in Newark, they gave 2 weeks vacation. Then I was outside this, Ben Shem Tov saw me. Bochur, come over to here. I got a machine, I wanted to help me put it upstairs.
You had any connection to Ben Shem Tov before?
No, he had an apartment. His apartment where he slept. Even Mullah Azimov, when he got married, he slept also in this apartment till he went to Israel.
Together with his shver, with Bencha.
Yeah, different room they got. Then I helped him then to put them. Okay, the mice with Ben Shem Tov is like the winter of Ches. Abzam Gorai went into Yechidus. And the Rebbe complained then that he's verbringing so much in this and he doesn't see the people are koching in it. They don't ever koch in them. Except, he said, the Rebbe, Garlitzky's son. Yeah. So it meant Avram Garlitzky, what he said. Avram said Garlitzky's son, he said. Then Ben Shem Tov.
Because he was involved in running the Hanachas.
He was writing for himself, Anoche Protis, it's called. It is Anoche Protis. If you'll see, like Til Shechavov, I'll Sichas, if you've seen the Sichas Kodesh, it's Anoche Protis, that's from him.
From
Garlitzky. Then Ben Shem Tov heard that, then he decided he'll take the Sichas, the Anoche Satmimim every time verbringen, and Ben Michel Meirev, for Kabbalah Shabbos, he gives that to the people. Was ich tell the rest? Why are you talking? Learn something. The Shichas, yeah. But then Chadakov told them.
A second. So he wanted a typewriter to copy them.
Oh no. Oh, Ben Shem Tov?
Yeah.
No. This was already Anochas Atmimim. Tov Shechovov started Anochas Atmimim.
Okay.
That's a different story. Then Chadakov told them that the Rebbe doesn't want the shit. Anoch Bilti Muge should go out so much. Should stop. Then if what you do, take from the Kuti Siches.
So Bencha was promoting the whatever the word you want to use, the Hanachas that were going out.
Yeah.
So Chadakov is telling Bencha, if you're ready making a whole...
No, the Rebbe doesn't want...
Yeah, he's telling if you're ready making a whole shturim out of the Hanachas, you should give out the Kuti Siches, because that Rebbe...
Naturally, they take it, yeah. Then it was like a Chofov, Tovshi Chof Ches. This was the first pamphlet of Likutei Sichos. It was so happy. With the Shablat from the Rebbe.
Because before then it was put out as like a Teichen...
No, Techni Yoni was before, but no, then Chof Beis was already two volumes. Chof Beis was
so what's the Chiddush that it was with the Shablat?
No, like a Kuntras. You could make a Kuntras with the Shablat from the Rebbe.
So he invented that concept?
Yeah.
See, until then, when the Rebbe gave out a Sicha, it just went out.
Yeah, not without the Shabbat, with the Rebbe, with
the logo. The whole Kuntras.
Yeah, he made it, he gave it in, the Rebbe's masking. And then that's what we printed the first Sicha. And the way he did it, like he took it downstairs to the bochur, they to fold it, it was 8.5 by 11, to fold it, put in one together, then we'd staple it. It was the whole story. Then we started little by little to make it, to send it out. We had like about 5,000 members. We sent it out.
Subscriptions.
Not prescription, we sent it out ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Not they wanted. Okay, some people like it, we sent it to Williamsburg. They didn't like it, so they just sent it back. But we had Rabbanim from Bronx, they said they liked it, and they're using it for their ceremonies. And then we gave it into the Rebbe, and the Rebbe was very happy. And then we started like every week to go out. And it came for Pesach. Shalom Jackson decided that he'll take from wherever it siches from the Rebbe about Pesach. Yeah, he'll put it in a contrast to Likutei Sichos. Then Yom Rishonim Shel Pesach, he made like a pamphlet fairly 40 or 50 pages. Yeah, Yom Rishonim Pesach. It took like from Yiddish aim was from the Rebbe about Agodah Shel Pesach, all different things. And I remember even from Yiddish aim was long lines. And in Likutei Sichos, it's 2 volumes.
2 paragraphs.
2 paragraphs.
2 columns.
2 columns, yeah. Then he was just cutting them and pasting them. That time was no like computed like today. That time.
To publish, so they could be able
to make a contrast. Mm-hmm. And this is, from this, like a year later, make more, and from this came out the Agodah Shel Pesach, the 2 volumes. Started from there, then Vadlaf Sichos came out with the 2 volumes. Because the first 4 volumes from Likutei Sichos is under Tzir Agudas Chabad. They made it. Not Vadlaf Sichos.
Right, because Leibor Askin and David Askin were involved in that.
Yeah. They were called Teuchen in Yanim. Even Leibke Raskin told me, excuse me, that when they made he told me like they saw before, like when the Rebbe told them to go Chazan and Shuls, they took different pieces from Likutei Torah, from Torah, to give out to the people. Then they added on sometimes a little piece from the Rebbe, where the Rebbe spoke the previous Farbringen. It was not a booklet, not even Teuchen in Yonim. It was just like
and it wasn't
pages.
The Rebbe wasn't Magia this.
No, the Rebbe took Magiat. The Rebbe was Magiat. Then Chalakov told them, don't do it anymore because the Rebbe has no time for this. But they decided to make it, and they make it bigger and bigger. And from this, the Rebbe makes it. They started to make a full sikha just from the Rebbe. And then it started Teuchen in Yonim.
So where are these things printed?
Printed in the first 2 volumes from Likutei Sichos.
No, but the little...
In the back, they have different pieces.
So that's the suffix of Aleph and Beis.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's what they started. And he told me once, Leib Karaskin, that the Rebbe told him he wants they should make Ma'ameh Kemus.
The Rebbe said?
Yeah. Okay, they started. That time, today, everybody knows, like, I'm curious, when in, you have got Ma'ameh Kemus. Then was Kontradutia, that was all the Psukim. Yeah, and then you have Machlol, Mamori Chazal.
They use the different Svarim.
The Svarim to find out when they were like. They told me they had something on Yerushalmi. The word Yerushalmi, Broches Daf Pe Gimel Omid Beis. I'll give you an example. The Rebbe told them, Yerushalmi, you're not writing Dafim, you write Mishneh V'Aloche. Why should I know? I never learned Yerushalmi.
So the Rebbe was... educating them.
Listen, the Rebbe educated everything, like, even later on, when Yale also, the Rebbe educated little by little, how to do it, how to do Sichos, how to do and the Anoches, it's everything from the Rebbe taught them how to do it.
Yeah. So you're talking about a later period.
Yeah, I'm talking, this was Teuchen in Yonim. Yeah, Teuchen in Yonim, Chazoras Dach, Bebote Knesiyos. That's what it's called, under Tzir Agudas Chabad. Then they made the 2 first volumes, Tov Shin Chav Beis.
And one of them is Chav Daled. Maybe the first one.
And the other two, Gimel Daled was Tov Shin Chav Daled. And from this, we took all the Sichos. Every week, we took a Sicha and we printed it.
You took the old Sichos?
Yeah, the Sichos from the 4 volumes.
So this is the Vadlaf Sichos?
Yeah.
It was official, it was an organization?
Benjo, yeah. Vadlaf Sichos.
Benjo was...
As what was Vadlaf Sichos opened Tov Shin Yud Aleph. Yale, all the sichos that they made out, they sent it out to people.
The Hanachas that he was running then was really called
the Rebbe took it also. If you could see the Ikros from the Rebbe, otherwise, that is Mitzaref Asuche von what is Pockless Verbringen. This was one of the sichos. But that's it. Was not continued.
Right. Yeah. And even when he was doing it then, it was to hafatza, to spread the sichos. Yeah, so you took the old ones. Okay.
Yeah. But then that's what he did. And it came, I think... Miketz Tov Shin Chav Tes. They didn't have a Sicha anymore in the 4 volumes Likutei Sichos.
There was no
Sicha to print.
There's no Miketz Sicha?
No, they used it already last year.
Oh, we already gave it out
twice.
We
gave it out already twice.
Right.
What should do? They asked the Rebbe, Bench asked the Rebbe said, okay, if they'll give him in a Sicha, he'll Magia out. This was the first Sicha the Rebbe was Magia for Likutei Sichos. Was... Miketz Tov Shin Chav Tes. I remember it's a Rashi Sicha and Avrich. Miketz Avrich.
So Rabbi Yale
wrote the Anoche, and they gave it to the Rebbe was Magia, and they made a Sicha. And this was Tov test. Tovshin Lamed, Tishrei Tovshin Lamed, they started to every week a Sikha. This was Chelik Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have that 3 years, in Chelik Hey. But then I started the Vadlafot Sikhs.
So you were a bochur in 770, and
I was a bochur. It's more than this. Tovshin Lamed, they opened Ocean Park with the yeshiva. They needed then a kvutze of bochrim. They sent my class there.
from 770.
From 770, they shluchim to Ocean Parkway. Me, they didn't send. I was out from the group. I went over to Rabbi Mentlik. I said, was bin ich schuldig? Why I'm not in the group? Said, was wird sein mit Wadla von Siches hat du fast? What will be mit Likud Siches? Sag ich ihm, Rabbi Mentlik, I'm in yeshiva every day. Just nighttime, I'm working in Wadla von Siches, but all day I'm in yeshiva. But you could do the same thing from Ocean Parkway. I said, yes, the same thing I could do from Ocean Parkway. Twice a week, I could come from Ocean Parkway and do it. So, okay, let me see. Took 2 days, and after they told me, okay, you also gave me the kvutze. And it was a very good year because we had like this. We had Pekarski 1 week, give a shir, Kloli, and Mentlik.
Pekarski did a
Rosh Yeshiva. 1 week, Rabbi Mentlik gave a shir. And Rabbi Yael was morning and evening every day. He came to us in the morning, he came to the evening. And
how old are you now?
I'm then 18.
So then 770.
I'm already 20, yeah.
20. I think about 770 were younger bochurim then. Today 770 is only older bochurim, but then 770 was young.
After Newark, they came to 770.
But you're young. 19.
I was 18, 19.
18,
19 years went to
so
770.
Today you're not 18, 770.
No, everything like that. Yeah, today everything changed.
Changed, yeah.
Even when I was in Lud, yeah, they kept us another year in yeshiva in Lud because we were too young to go to Zal. But we had this dorim from Kfar Chabad, but it was separate in Lud.
In Lud.
And we called it Chedrin.
Chedrin.
Why Chedrin?
Right.
Because in Chedrin was also a kvutze. Reb Greiner made a kvutze in Chedrin before they come to Lubavitch to Tomchit Mimi.
That's what they called it.
They called it Chedrin. We had then Rabbi Abrams and what's his name? The Rosh Yeshiva was Feldman. What's his name? Zelig Feldman. Reb Zelig Feldman.
I also had Rabbi Abrams in Miami.
In Miami, but we had them in Lud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rabbi Abrams is still in Miami.
He's still in yeshiva. It was very good then. It was. I don't know how it's today, but.
So you're in Ocean Parkway, but you're basically in 770. You're there twice a week, and you're every Shabbos.
Every Shabbos you came to 770.
But you didn't see the Rebbe on a day-to-day basis.
During that we didn't see the Rebbe.
B'chlal those years, did people see the Rebbe? Mincha
Ma'ariv, we saw the Rebbe every time.
So it wasn't like for you wanted to be in Ocean Parkway. You're gonna miss.
We went a shluchim from the Rebbe. Why not? So it's a shlichus. Could be that's the reason when he told me 2 days, probably they wrote it to the Rebbe. I don't know. That we're sending him also. I don't know. Could be.
So what was your job in the sichas? What were you doing?
My job in the sichas is I took care on the mailing, because we had, it's not just this. In Detroit, they had like what's his name, Kagan, Shemir Kagan gave out a thought for the week. This was a pamphlet, 2 pages. A thought of the week. A thought of the week, that's it called. And Baal Shem Tov was sending out a lot of them, and he had like from the post office, it's probably a special prize, a penny. The Metro said, let's do it the same thing. We took it. We had 20,000 people that we sent it out every week. What's the name? Meir Blau. He was typing, took the telephone books, typing Jewish names and put it in, and we sent it out. Yeah. And we have a lot of coins said, I'm not Jewish, I don't need it.
So no discrimination of who it is. If you have a Yiddish name,
we send it out. Send it thought for the week. Thought for the week. We sent thought for the week. We sent 20,000. The Yiddish sichas we sent just like I remember Michael Pekarski. not me, Nichel the Tate, what's his name? He works in the library.
Zissel
Pekarski. Zissel Pekarski came every morning to take a sikha. They told him, but we're sending you on mail. He said, no, this sikha, I want my children to see it comes at my home, it comes a sikha from the Rebbe. But I want it before. That's the reason I'm coming up to take a sikha.
He needs a sikha, but he needs it in his mailbox.
The kid should see, as he comes a sikha from Rebbe, it's coming a sikha from the Rebbe to the mailbox.
And then, but what happened when the Kutta Sikha, it stopped?
It didn't stop. No, then was a year that the Rebbe stopped to Magia. I don't exactly what they stopped, because Rabbi Yael is busy with the Sichas, he's not working on the encyclopedia. I don't know what the story then.
The Rebbe wanted him to work on the
Sefer Erkim, yeah. And then they had like 3 people that worked on the Sichas. I think that's when the label Shapiro went in, label Kaplan, Oliver Sholem. And I think what's the Melach Tzibel was involved in that. And they started with Lashon HaKodesh.
Yeah, I just spoke to Label Shapiro about it, that he said that they felt that it should be, or he said he felt very strongly that it should be Lashon HaKodesh. He said later, when he wasn't already so involved, they asked the Rebbe and whether it should be Yiddish or Lashon HaKodesh, and the Rebbe said, there's no nafka minna. Ein nafka minna. But so those years.
But the first volumes of Lashon HaKodesh, it's not, so like the Yiddish is better. Because even the Yiddish, it's not Yale did it. I mean, that was Eschke Gansburg and Eschke Dubravsky. They made the Lashon.
So, but how does that work? Rabbi Yael
typed this, they made the Anoche. Then they typed it with like big spaces between the lines, because if the Rebbe wants to write in, yeah. Then they took it and they typed it with the Rebbe, what the Rebbe wrote.
But what did Eschke Dubravsky?
No, before. Then they gave it into the Rebbe a second time. The Rebbe's Magia another time. They put him on Mekemes. Then they give it to Eschke Dubravsky to make the Lashon better.
To change the Yiddish.
The Yiddish, yeah. To make it more...
I mean, there's a big difference in the Yiddish and the first Chalakim.
Because the first Chalakim was made to Chazer and Shuls.
Right.
Then it's very... But then Rabbi Yael decided to make it, to put it to Rebbe more secret. The Rebbe must be more the Inyanim.
Right, because they're very... They're written in a more... not simple language, but more, for the people, the people talk.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember I once had a sikha in a shul, and it's like a satma shul once. I don't know, satma, whatever. And I said it in Yiddish, but I said all the words from the. I said all the words from the Sichas. I remember someone saying, "Oh, that's good to Yiddish." Yeah, I just was repeating like a parrot, the words that I read in the Sichas. So, yeah, it's that, and. But they were involved. Eschke Dubravsky, they were involved from the beginning with the
Lashon, to make the Lashon.
So because of all of this, you developed a close relationship with Ben Shem Tov.
Yeah, I was very close with him. And the things like when I came Thursday night, and I worked at the machine, he came to sit with me and told me stories and stories and stories. Such a short, because I was working the machine, I didn't pay too much attention to them. I didn't.
What was he telling you? Like Lubavitch?
Stories, yeah, from Lubavitch and from. I remember 2 stories. I mean, lately because I told it to people, because Rav Ches Sivan, I told the people. Like he told me one time, the Rebbe told them in Paris, come over to me after Mincha.
And the Rebbe was in Paris
yeah. For the mother.
To greet his mother in Russia.
He told him, come over. I said, okay. After Mincha, half an hour later, he came over. He came to the Rebbe's room, and he hears the Rebbe dams Mincha, like Ne'ilef Yom Kippur, with Prius and Rest. And said, the Rebbe just danced in shul together with us. Yeah. But this was all the time. We saw a lot of time by the Rebbe. If the Rebbe danced or not, like Shabbos, we could know sometimes it wouldn't be a Verbringen. Because we saw that the Rebbe didn't dance. Even the Rebbe made all the tnuas from davening, the Rebbe didn't daven.
So the Rebbe was turning the pages as if the Rebbe was davening for the minyan.
Yeah, Oise Sholem, everything.
But the Rebbe wasn't davening because the Rebbe davened later in his room.
Yeah, you could.
And then you knew there's no Verbringen.
Yeah, because
that
the davening to this, we know that today wouldn't be a Verbringen. So I remember like...
it's very interesting because the previous Rabbeim, they would daven bariches in public. The Friedrich Rebbe, the Rashab.
Yeah, I don't know if the Rebbe davened bariches, but the Rebbe davened in the room. Not always. But, and the Melech Tzibel told me once that they went into Gan Eden Atachten, where today is a sink. In Gan Eden Atachten, they have a sink there in the corner. On the bottom, it's a steam, a radiator. And the radiator is for the Gan Eden Atachten, for the Rebbe's room.
It's a double radiator?
It's not. It's one radiator.
It goes through the wall.
It goes through the wall, but for both... They went for Kabbalah Shabbos sometimes there to hear the Rebbe daven's Kabbalah Shabbos. Even the Rebbe was in shul davening.
After the minyan?
Yeah.
Really? So you could hear the Bekoil?
They heard, yeah, that's what they told me. They heard a few times. They heard.
You never heard anything like this?
No, I never went there to see it.
Wow, I never knew it. Yeah.
No, the Smelach told me probably the years earlier that's what he did, but later on they didn't do it. Just one time was a story with two bochur, when they started to build 770.
The expansion. The expansion in the Shalash.
The first, yeah. And then they took off all the walls from the label corner's room. Yeah, this was the Weibershul, as Asnoshim.
That was the Weibershul for when the Rebbe was davening
for the Shalash.
In the Shalash.
Shalash, yeah.
That was the Weibershul.
And then was like 2-3 steps on top there. Yeah, and there was a little room there. And when they took off all the panels, the 2 windows from the Rebbe was off the...
The windows in the Rebbe's room behind the Rebbe's desk.
Yeah, today have Sforim. One is on Kaddish, one's those. But there was windows. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And 2 bochur, they decided they want to hear what's going on in the Rebbe's room. They bought a machine, this and so on. It was all story.
And they put a device.
Yeah, the Rebbe spoke with the Verbringen, the small... From Paris was that jetzt noch gesagt, ist doch special, but it's a nickel for me. But I say Verbringen.
There's hanachas of this.
Yeah. This was the story then. But this is people talk. It's a story. The Friedrich Rebbe did it to the Rebbe Rashab. With the telephone. Yeah. They put a match.
Put a match in the receiver.
It should.
Whatever it's called.
It shouldn't be.
Shouldn't hang up.
So
you could hear the
Friedrich Rebbe. Yeah.
The Friedrich Rebbe did it.
The Friedrich Rebbe did it to the Rebbe Rashab.
So you can hear the Rebbe Rashab.
Yeah.
There's an intercom.
Yeah.
They had the technology then. Yeah.
You see, we had it. Intercom probably they had. Yeah, but that's the story with these things.
So it's interesting that so bench knew the Rebbe.
You know the Rebbe
well from.
He told me once even that the Rebbe told them 3:00 you should come over to my room.
This is in Paris.
In Paris, yeah. Then he went to the room, knocked on the door, no answer. He went downstairs in the street. He sees the Rebbe comes. The Rebbe is coming. The Rebbe Then was probably outside a big clock in the street something. He said, noch das 2 minutes to 3. 2 minutes to 3. I mean, I told you 3:00. It's 2 minutes to 3. That's 2 stories I remember that.
And the Rebbe was very medayik in time, no?
Yeah.
So the Rebbe came out to Mincha. Was it always the same time?
But I mean, as bochur upstairs, yeah.
So when the Rebbe came out...
3:15 was Mincha every
always.
time. Yeah, always. It depends. Because sometimes it was a guy, a sofer, that he made Beis HaBchira. From Iri. Yeah, he was printing, like on Shas.
Okay, so he was the publisher of that. Okay.
Yeah, he took the Xaviads and he went into the Rebbe and sometimes like it was there, like he came in at 2:00 or the 2:30, he was staying even longer than the Rebbe didn't come out from Mincha.
He had an open door.
Yeah, then the Rebbe would come out. And that's, I think, him. I don't know if also Elberg, but I don't remember if Elberg did it, but him I remember. A lot of times. Like, but it's like this, Monday and Thursday, the Rebbe came about 5 to 10 from the house, and the Rebbe went out for Kriyas HaTorah.
The Rebbe came to the Zal.
To the Zal, upstairs. Came to Kriyas HaTorah, and he was standing there, and after he had like a Chumash, then he had Atilim, that's the bochur
Would switch the Tilims.
Yeah, the beginning, we put one bochur, but when it started, more bochrim, everybody wanted.
Everyone wants to have the Tilim that the Rebbe used.
Then was a gale. We should put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was for Shachris. Mincha Ma'ariv, the Rebbe came in, sat on the table right by this. Hadakov was standing by then he closed the door, Hadakov. The Rebbe was sitting. I mean, depends on Bashri. But the Rebbe came in with the gartel in his hand.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And I put the gartel with the chumah, let's put the gartel. I remember one time, the Rebbe started to the gartel, do this. Then he took 2 gartels. The Rebbe put on both of them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought he put one inside. No, he put both of them and put on.
It's very interesting because those years the Rebbe wasn't davening downstairs.
No.
But once in a while when he did, let's say there was a children's rally, the Rebbe would come downstairs holding the gartel and only put it on when he came to his place.
The place, that's it.
It's interesting because later, Memches, when the Rebbe started davening every day,
then he came in with everything.
He came in already wearing the gartel. So I don't know what the...
Yeah, they came. No, but it's interesting. We bochim. The bochim, like, Efer Zal was empty. My time.
There was no bachrim in the small Zal?
No, Efer Zal was empty. People didn't want to stay in front of the Rebbe.
You're saying when the Rebbe davened?
When the Rebbe davened. I mean, when the Rebbe davened.
Everyone was hiding from the Rebbe?
Yeah, they all they stayed outside in the hallway.
So Pasha, people didn't want to be next to the Rebbe?
Next to the Rebbe.
Why?
Ich weiß was... Ich habe gesündigt etwas, weiß doch, der Rebbe soll mir angucken. I said, I don't know why.
But you don't want the Rebbe to look at you?
Yeah. I mean, I had one friend that he was standing by the beam. See, in front, from the beam, nobody was in front. He was standing by the beam.
From the beam in the middle all the way to the end of the Zal, it's empty.
No, from the beam to Merkaz. That piece.
That whole quarter, whatever, that quarter of the room, whatever, half of the room
was empty from people. Yeah, just what's the name? Hadakov was standing there. Maybe sometimes people came, Balebatim, they stand there also, but Bochim. I had one friend that he was standing. Come do Shemsach nicht. Not ashamed to say. I don't know what the Machshavah is. Like that. I'm standing there. I'm watching myself in everything. Not to do Averas, not to do this, because I know the Rebbe will see me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that whole style changed later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. When they started, Tzoldik came. Yeah, they were standing ready. Then,
so not you, the later generation.
Later, it is probably the Lamet, the middle. So
you think that Israel guys, the ones that...
No, Tishrei, when it came Tishrei. I'm talking Tishrei.
They didn't know that you don't...
No, it's other just that, like, when the Rebbe came from the house, or the Rebbe came from the oil, you didn't have bochum out. Nobody was outside. And I remember someone asked, why are you doing it like this? I mean,
someone asked what?
Someone asked a bochur, why is it like that? It's a pasuk. Runi neorim v'nechbo.
This person's giving the explanation.
Yeah, why are you standing there? The bochur told him, it's a pasuk, runi neorim v'nechbo. You can't. And it's interesting that near David Raskin's room, the David Raskin Kazanovsky room, in the middle is a toilet.
Bathroom, yeah.
A bathroom, yeah. Then when the Rebbe got the Aliyah, Monday and Thursday, he made sure that the door is locked, it's closed.
The door to the Zal?
Not the door.
The bathroom
near the Amid. No, near the Amid is a door.
There's a door, yeah.
Yeah, that door should be closed.
Because didn't want to
because
see
of the toilet.
And that was open all the time.
That
bathroom used to be accessible.
No, even the bathroom it's far away and it's closed. But even now they have like all opening. It was an open piece completely.
It was open then.
Yeah, but open actually. Yeah, and this was the story. Like, yeah.
One of the integral components of being a chassid are the Chsidishi Yamim Tevim and Yemei Pagra. Whether it's Hey Tevis, Yud Shvat, Yud Aleph Nisan, or Gimel Tammuz. These days give us an opportunity to connect with our Rabbeim, to connect with each other, and be better Chassidim. What is the story behind each of these days? How did the Rebbe commemorate and celebrate these days? And most importantly, what are the lessons, the takeaways, and the action items Hamaisa Hua Ikr needed for each of these days? All of this and much, much more are answered in the new set recently published by Derher. Our Days is a journey through the Chabad calendar in story, meaning, and practice. With over 700 beautiful, glossy pages with elevated content, beautiful, beautiful photographs. You, your family, and friends will enjoy and live with each Chassidish Yom Tiv. This book is a must for every Lubavitcher home, for every shul, for every school. It is a perfect gift item. This will not collect dust. It will be used day after day, month after month, year after year. You can have this set. Go to derher.org/our days. Order your set today and start living with Chassidish Yom Tov.
I had a story with Rosh Nisan Tavshich Haftes. Michal Lipsker bought a secretary from Morocco.
Yeah, we wrote about it once in Derher. We wrote the story once in Derher.
Let me tell you about my story.
Yeah, say it. We wrote it many years ago, so I don't know.
Yeah.
This is one of the earliest Derher.
And
so
he brought it into the Rebbe's room. Then the Rebbe went out with that to the shul.
Downstairs.
No, upstairs. Not downstairs, upstairs. I'm talking not Tunis secretary. I'm talking Morocco secretary.
Oh, okay. I'm confused with the Tunis.
That I said.
Yeah, the Tunis secretary that went
downstairs.
It's
a different thing. Yeah. That's Motzei Yutshvat Tovshin Lamed. I remember I was in shul ready on my place for the Verbringen. All of a sudden the Rebbe comes down. The Rebbe with Pinson and Garadetsky and Chadakov. The Rebbe goes with Secretary and goes to the front, puts his into on Kaddish, went back out.
Yeah.
So I remember that story. But this Michal Lipsker brought the Secretary to the Rebbe's room. The Rebbe took it.
Why did he bring a Secretary from Morocco?
I don't know. He brought a Secretary for the Rebbe.
Okay, it was written there.
I don't know if it was written there or if it's from a whole Secretary there. And he brought it in, he gave it to the Rebbe. The Rebbe took it out, put it into their own Kaddish. Then they said, Rebbe Soya Oren. And the Rebbe got Aliyah on it, or Shchedish. After they put it in, they sing Sisu Simchas Torah. So the Rebbe went back to his room. A few minutes later, Rebbe Gone comes out with a $10 bill. Give it to Michal Lipsker. I told him, the Rebbe will, you should make a little Verbringen. Buy some Zeines in the Chaim and make a little Verbringen no after the Davenen. Okay. I took already my tefillin, it was after Musaf. I sat down by the table, by the window. That's the Rebbe's room. The Rebbe going to the Zal. You have the table in the back of Merkaz. Then another table over here by the window. I was sitting by the window there. And Michal Lipsker was taking off his talus. All of a sudden, Rebbe Gone comes in with the Rebbe's chair. And he runs with that, and he comes, it was one table, two tables by the windows, yeah? And he puts it there in front of the first table. Okay, then we know the Rebbe comes in. And we're looking, the Rebbe comes in. He walks in, was a table and a bench, yeah? And this was that table right over here. I mean, you can't go through because it's a bench there. The Rebbe comes to the bench, you can't go in, it's a... Schollenberg Walpole was standing there. He tried to pick up the bench. I told him, no. Look, Rebbe went on the bench, went in. He sat down near me. I was standing. The Rebbe was sitting over here. I said, I want to get. I can't do it. What am I doing here? Then the Rebbe asked, who is Rebbe Michal? We call Rebbe Michal. The Rebbe ruft euch. The Rebbe is calling you. Okay, Michal came from here, and I pushed away this one, and he sat down here. The Rebbe was sitting, and he was sitting over here, near the Rebbe. The Rebbe told him, L'chaim. Then he made L'chaim, and he put on for the Rebbe also a little kelishik for the Rebbe, L'chaim. But the Rebbe didn't tell you, after he said L'chaim, the Rebbe started a Maimer. Achodesh Hazeh Lochem. Good look, Tavshich Haftes, Rosh Chodesh Nisan, a Maimer. And people came from all over, was jumping on the table.
These things didn't happen. In those years, such a thing didn't
all of a
happen.
sudden, I remember that Many Wolf ran to bring a tape recorder. I think they have a mimer. They have on a tape from it, if I'm not mistaken. This was like a special thing like this.
Yeah. A few times things like that happened. Like before.
I mean, it's the same year, like Beimer. I remember I was standing in the back by the table. The table with the window, the Sforim, the window. That's the table. I was staying by the window there. Right after Mincha, the Rebbe started to walk to the Kaddish, and people made a line. The Rebbe went, he came into the table, sat down, and he started the Maimer. In the Matov Manoim. And people, I remember that the door was closed. Rabbi Shmuel Witten was knocking on the door. She was open the Mesach. Then people opened him the door, he went in. But the Rebbe said the Maimer, finished the Maimer, he went back to his room. This was Rosh Chodesh, this was like Beimach of Tess.
And also before your times, Tavshach Avdalad, Matzim Kippur.
Yeah, it was.
The Rebbe once said,
It was also one time with Yisrael Friedman told me this story. I don't remember which year was it. Sales are huge fat, I remember. He was standing by the sink, at the back of the hallway, by the sink, and he's washing his hand, and someone knocks him on his back, like this. It turns on the Rebbe. Komm rein ins Zimmer und ruf noch ein paar Chevre. He called 9 people, the Rebbe closed the door, and he said a Maimer, the Rebbe.
Was that Matzim Kippur?
No, this was a Shabbos morning.
Oh.
I think it was a huge fat, if I'm not mistaken. And after this, Chalakov told me to make a Anoche from the Maimer, to Yisrael Friedman. He made a Anoche.
I read Matzim Kippur Chavdalad. The Rebbe was a surprise.
Yeah, the Rebbe was upset.
Rebbe Yisrael Taka.
No, not Rebbe Yisrael. No, not Rebbe Yisrael. Was a guy Brandel, without a beard. They saw, made a cup. He was sitting by the table with Rebbe Dank Mincha Meyer. He was sitting there with the New York Times. And he made a cup. I think that he made the, I don't know if he made Anoche, but he helped out.
He was a bochur?
Maybe as a bochur, älterer bochur at Soldiker. It was not, without the beard, it's like a dreidot. His wife works in the community council even now. I don't know where he is now. I didn't see him for a while. I don't know if he wrote that noch, but he helped him with that noch. I think Shlomo Zachi was there also that time. I'm not sure, but I think he was there. Mm-hmm. Was another time you test Tammuz Chavtes, I think was it also? In the middle of the day was also a Verbringen, then because of Moshe Feller with
and
Shlomo Kunin, I think.
They went to camp.
Moshe Feller went to camp. And we also were gone up from Australia. They were there. The Rebbe told them to stay. And all of a sudden, 1 o'clock, we were sitting and learning.
They went to B'nai B'rith camp.
Yeah, he went to, yeah. We were sitting in learning. All of a sudden, people were running. Mental, wo leeft men? Where are you running? And then people, because when it was Rahman al-San al-Levaya, the Rebbe went out, all the bochur went out also to the Levaya.
And usually people didn't go out for the Levaya, the bochurim, but when the Rebbe went...
No, when the Rebbe went out, people went out also. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's more than this. When the Rebbe came back, there was a quart with water outside. The Rebbe washed his hand. The Rebbe then went into the Zal and said, Yoshua Israel learned 7 times. Every time a different chair, a different place. So the Zal was empty then, not the Rebbe. But the Rebbe went out, then people went in.
You're saying, so that time people thought there was a Levaya?
They didn't know why this, but they said, we have to get on a Verbringen. Then everybody ran downstairs. I remember it. The Rebbe went down to the shul.
I heard from someone else that was in Montreal. When was it?
You test Tammuz.
Yeah, it was right after you test Tammuz.
You test Tammuz.
Someone from Montreal told me that.
That was the end of the Shivas Yemei Sheva Bochers from the Bar Mitzvah from the Frierdiker Rebbe. That's the Rebbe mentioned that.
Yeah. And someone from Montreal told me that they were getting on a bus to go back to the Yeshiva in Montreal. They were there for Yud Beis Tammuz. And then someone came and told them this Fabring. They all ran off the bus, left the bus, and ran back to 770.
And I remember 2 bochur. Don't mention the names there. One bochur lived across the street of 770, 676 is on Parkway.
Which one?
One bochur.
In the building?
676. There was a building across the street of 770. He lived there.
Not 676.
767?
767.
767. 767. And he lived there. And the other bochur told him, okay, I'm coming over to you. We'll go together to Manhattan. I don't know where to go. And the Rebbe was downstairs, and they came across the street. They went down to the subway, and they left. They didn't know the downstairs of Verbringen.
Yeah. So these things...
It was also like a political Verbringen, like small oilam.
And in those years, you had Yechidus every year for your birthday?
And just the first 2 years, then they stopped it. In Chavov and Chav Zayin, I had the Yechidus. Chav Ches was already normal Yechidus for Chav Ches. No, Chav Ches I went in.
No, there was Yechidus afterwards.
But not Yom, they didn't let Yom Haledes anymore. They didn't let Bochim Yom Haledes.
I thought that was much later in the Lameds that stopped.
No, I remember that. Then I went in for before my Chasina. I went in, and then before I had Sholem, my first son, I went again Yechidus.
People used to go into the Rebbe when their wife was pregnant. That was a Seder?
Before, yeah.
In the 9th month?
Yeah.
So there was a Seder that when your wife's in the 9th month, you have Yechidus.
Yechidus, yeah. That's the way that they let you in Yechidus. It's not a shot.
I think if you ask for Yechidus...
Yeah. That's the time, like this. I mean, I want to go in Yechidus. Why?
It's not so famous. So what happened in the... Like, what would happen in the Yechidus of 9th month?
You just go in, you turn to Rebbe, so in 9 months, makes a broche, and all the Yom Shalom. Rebbe gave you a broche, and that's it. And you went out.
And Yechidus for your Chasana?
Okay, I went in with my father.
What year did you get married?
I got married Tov Shin Lamed Aleph. Tov Shin Lamed Aleph, I got married. And it's interesting, when I'm talking about my marriage, the day of my L'chaim was Tezvov Cheshvan, Lamed Aleph.
Your wife was in New York?
Yeah, she came to New York before, a year before.
She was living here?
Yeah, she's by Katz, by her sister.
She lived by her sister?
Yeah. So, then Tezvov Cheshvan, this was my L'chaim. The Rebbe came back from the oil. The Rebbe told the Rebbe gave over, if they'll give him to Yale, if they'll give him back my Yonesh Teres Achsidus,
in Yonesh Teres
Achsidus, he'll magia it. And Yale didn't have it. I mean, he gave it to the Rebbe 3 years before.
So he... Right.
He didn't have another copy.
So he gave the Rebbe 2 years
then
before.
He was sitting.
He made a whole kuntres.
Yeah.
He gave it to the Rebbe. The Rebbe didn't make it. The Rebbe said, "I'll do it now," but he didn't have it because he already gave it in.
Yeah. Then he was sitting together with Leibel Shapiro. Yeah, and they just wrote it back in, and they gave it in.
They rewrote the whole thing.
Then he came to my L'chaim, and he was sitting all night in Verbringing. I think I still have it on recording.
That Verbringing for your L'chaim?
Yeah. Very interesting. He told very nice. I mean, Yossi echt van mij laat. Dein L'chaim was something special because it was so opgelept, Rabbi Yale, because the Rebbe is Magyar de Sicher. Then it was.
Today it's already translated into English.
English, yeah. But then see, my Shver was not alive anymore, and my mother also not alive. And my mother-in-law was here by the Chasine, and she came into me together, Yechidus and my father.
So your Shviger and your
my father
were in Yechidus. Interesting.
Came Yechidus, yeah.
So what happened at the Yechidus?
No, the Rebbe gave brachas. That's it. This is we didn't have too much things there. The Rebbe gave brachas, and then the day from the Chasine by the Siddur, also my father was there. And the Rebbe gave him a bracha. And then the Rebbe gave him the Siddur. The Rebbe said,
Yeah. So it's interesting that saying you ended up, a lot of people, their story ends when they're a bochur, but you were in 770 all the years.
Yeah.
So
I was all the years 770.
You always davened in 770?
Yeah.
Shabbos?
Yeah, always. I mean, as bochur.
No, when you're married.
No, okay. When my children were older a little bit, 770, you couldn't daven with them. Then, like, 2 Shabbosim, I went to a different shul to daven with them. They should sit down and daven normal, yeah? And 2 Shabbosim is 770.
You had to say there.
Yeah. They should see if it's the...
Shabbos Mevarchim, probably.
Shabbos for sure, 770. I mean, I've been even like this. They came for bringers and everything. I came in like kosher brocha. I took my children once a year, just Motzi Rosh Hashanah. Yeah, and even my daughter, she became 12 Yom Kippur, I took a still Rosh Hashanah to Kosher bochur.
She's not very
And
expensive.
friends said, why my father didn't think about this, to take me to Kosher bochur.
Was she? Yeah, I guess people they're embarrassed. They don't want to go.
But they said, well, it's like a gelegenheit to go to the Rebbe, why not?
Yeah.
It's doch, even I have like, someone told me, I saw a video of you with your daughter by Kosher bochur, the Rebbe is smiling to her. So yeah, let me see. That was my other daughter, the second daughter. Then I went over, and the Rebbe gave me, the Rebbe gave her, and the Rebbe smiled to her, and the Rebbe told her to drink. I said, mach a bochur. Then made a bochur. The Rebbe stopped. Yeah, and then made a bochur. Amen. And the Rebbe told her to drink l'chaim. So I have it in a video even.
Seeing the Rebbe was kind of
Yeah.
It was like there was special attention to the fact.
But special attention.
I guess it was unusual. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll usually that.
So you had the not everyone had the seichel to know that
To take,
be
yeah,
Rebbe.
it's no, people didn't think about this thing, to go to the Rebbe to do this.
So what were you thinking?
I don't know. For was nicht die Kinder, das ist Chinuch.
I'm saying, I guess what I'm trying to understand is, there's a lot of people that were here. You know, obviously some people are not so. They're not so into it. Whatever. Okay, for some reason you had a special insight to know that you have to be 770, you have to be with the Rebbe, you have to be verbringen. So
even my children, I took in the old Shabbos verbringen, they were all verbringen. Even the big, the Woche verbringen, the small children, I took them like till there was like after the Maimar was like people went over to the Rebbe, it took like 3/4 of an hour. Then I just took them on, and the small ones, the big ones.
So you took your little kids to verbringen?
Yeah. I took all my little kids.
I have little kids. I'm trying to understand how this works.
They were staying near me.
But they were quiet. They were playing on the floor.
They were sitting. Yeah.
They weren't bothering you.
No, they were sitting quietly. Good. They got a little older. Then the last years, the people were sitting by the Rebbe.
Yeah, the
kids
would sit next to the Rebbe.
Then they went just to sit there by the Rebbe. But like this, they were by me. Even like Yom Kippur for the march from the Ile, I took my Sholem. Yeah, I took him. He was 2.5 years. I took him to come to the Ile.
So you brought him to the whole Ile, your 2-year-old?
I brought him. Yeah, I brought him to see the march.
It's amazing.
Uh-huh.
No, it's amazing. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's depends. It's a ergish to do it. I did it.
I'm saying there's a lot of people that, even if they lived in Crown Heights, let's say if they were born later, not necessarily were they around by the Rebbe a lot, because like the parents not schlepping a little baby to 770.
Look, when they sold seats in 770 for Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. Yeah, I was there watching them to do it. Then I told them, why don't you put benches at the Rebbe's Bima for Verbringen? You could sell there also places.
So you had an idea to sell seats.
I gave an idea that there was the Pinson mit Lipske, mit Janke Lipske.
Der Rabbi.
They were the Rabbi. Yeah. They said, that's for it. Let me machen. Okay, they put benches. Then I looked. Okay, I want this bench. I want by the Rebbe's Bime, the first one. I took, like, mamish by the could see the Bime from the Rebbe Verbringen, for Tkiyas. Took the first seat, and my children, they were sitting by the table. Then they know till today. I mean, the Sholem, Yossi, Levi, they know my daughters. They know the Tkiyas because they were sitting on the table from the Verbringen, and they saw it. No pushing, no nothing.
Are you talking about up on the platform?
On the platform from the Rebbe for the Verbringen, and the Rebbe's table for the Verbringen. They were sitting on the table.
Okay, so I didn't understand. Your idea was sell benches.
Make benches also
on the platforms. That's another seating area for davening. And if you're there, you pass right next to the Rebbe Betkis.
Yeah. Then I bought a seat. About 2 seats I bought for me and my children. I should have another seat also for. Now they should run around. I bought 2 seats.
So, but you were also running a business the whole time when you were
yeah.
Crying.
No, depends. Like, no, I was, after I finished the Wadl for Tziches, like a year after I was married, I had the baby Sholem. Then Zalman Chani told me, wir haben nicht kein Geld. Ich war still a bochur.
Zalman was a bochur?
Yeah, wir haben nicht kein Geld zu zahlen jetzt a salary for them. Ich suche sich an der Platz.
To look for something.
I came there in and out, but then I worked for Rabbi Jacobson in Derher.
Oh, you worked there?
Yeah, the office, administration, the office. I worked for him. And he told stories from him. I'll tell you 2 stories from him, what he told me about the Frierdiker Rebbe. When the Frierdiker Rebbe came here to Tovrish Peites, in the port was no Seder. It was mamish a big balagan.
When you came to New York? When
they came, yeah, but the Kabbalah Sponim was not a Mesuda Kabbalah Sponim. It was very... Okay, then the Rebbe went to Borough Park, to Simpson's house.
There's a video of this.
Uh-huh.
It's on video. This.
Yeah. But he went to Borough Park to his Simpson's house, and then Rabbi Saul Jacobson went up to the Frierdiker Rebbe. He came up there. The Frierdiker Rebbe asked him, "Was nicht gewesen kein Seder? Why was no Seder by the Kabbalah Sponim?" Then he told him, "Listen, I just came 2-3 years ago over here, but you have the older Chassidim, Shifrin, mit Axelrod, with him." Ich will nicht kein Teretz, was ich atchila kashe. I don't want an answer. Why do you have a question?
Why is there a question?
Why is there a question? Answer means that you have a question and you give an answer on it. No, why atchila? I don't want like that. He was always that person. Something was wrong in the office or something. I told them this. They told me this word. Then he told me another word. He told me once. The Frierdiker Rebbe gave him money to deposit. I don't know what. He took the money and he went out. The Frierdiker Rebbe called him. "The sales in Shiba, you're not counting it?" I said, "I'm not trusting the Rebbe." He was always talking like this with the end. I said, "No, maybe I gave you more and you have to give me back." Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you have to count money. It has nothing to do with I gave you less. Maybe I gave you more. You have to give it back to me.
There's a story that the Rebbetzin said. Geld hat lieber cheshbon. Money.
Yeah.
Money. I mean, translated it. Money likes to have a cheshbon.
Yeah.
It's interesting. And so you were there, and then later you started the printing.
Yeah, it was much later. Much later. I worked for Waldman. I worked a while. Later on, I worked the printing. Yeah.
And were you about these different things that you were doing? You wrote to the Rebbe about this?
Everything, yeah. Everything wrote. No, I just spoke to someone 2 days ago about when I bought my house. It's also a story with my house.
The house that you live in now in Empire?
Yeah. Before I bought this house, I looked for a different house. It was Shebro, 8 houses. You know what Shebro is?
I know, but explain, please. Explain what it is.
It was Tovshin Lamed after the Rebbe spoke about not going out from the Shechuna, from Karnites. It was all Sicher, Muge, for the Apardes, the Rebbe was Magiad. The
Rebbe started the whole campaign not to leave Crown Heights.
Yeah, but the Rebbe wrote the Achnoshe Pesach Tovshin Lamed. The Rebbe spoke all Sicher, Alpinigle, why you can go out from this. When Rabbi Simcha Elberg, wanted to print it in... he had a monthly journal, but Torah. Apardes, yeah. And as the Rebbe forgot to do it, then the Rebbe was Magia de Sicha, and I went in there. From there, it went into Likutei Sichas, another place. Then the people decided, the Rebbe said he'll give $500, yeah, and whoever gives $500 could get $1 from it.
Whoever gives $500, the Rebbe wanted $500 for what?
To open a company to buy the houses. The
Rebbe wanted a corporation that's going to buy up all the houses in Crown Heights.
So that people want to
and sell them back to Yidden.
No, instead sell it to a Schwarzer, to sell it to the Yidden, yeah. Then the Rebbe gave $500, and everybody should, whoever will give $500, he'll get $1 from the $500, yeah. Then they opened a company, they called it Chevro. But what they call it, Chevro, they call it. And was there people, they don't know real estate. Yeah, they bought houses, one family, two family houses. They bought it and they kept it. Yeah, but no people to buy it. And a little
the corporation bought it.
Yeah, the corporation bought it. And then they went to the houses, people went in there, they didn't pay rent, and they rented out. I mean, when I want to buy a house, yeah, I looked at one house of Shebro. I was only there for $16,000.
How much?
16, 1/6.
1/6.
Yeah.
$16,000.
Yeah, I'm talking.
How much is that today?
I'm talking 37 years ago.
No, more than that. What year are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking. It depends because I bought it later on, but I bought it Lamed Tes. I bought my house, but this is Lamed Ches. Was it Lamed Zayin?
You're talking about 40s, 40.
The 40, yeah.
So you're able to buy a house
from Shebro for $16,000. Yeah, and this house was my cheshbon was.
Now you need $2 million. No?
Yeah, I'll buy the house and I'll make it like one family because Rabbi Baruch bought the house on Carroll Street. Mm-hmm. Then I could buy a neighbor from him. I'll buy the house and I'll make also like one family and I'll have a house.
You'll make a two family.
No, for my two family, make it a one family.
Why? Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, to make it small houses, not big houses. I mean, it's,
okay.
Okay, but the two couples lived there. They didn't pay rent. They didn't. They were they're poor people, all of them, but they didn't pay rent. And then I told the Rebbe about the house. The Rebbe wrote me, "Kastzas akeres abayis." If I want to buy the house, if my wife wants to buy, I'm asking for it. Then the two people.
That's right. I never heard such an answer.
Listen, the two people, they didn't want to go out, and this to throw them out. Where will they go live? They didn't have a pub. They're poor people. My wife said, "Listen, the Rebbe put it on my head. I don't want it." Mm. Okay, whatever.
Those were Yidden?
Lubavitcher.
Yeah, Lubavitcher. Yeah.
They didn't have work. They didn't this. Right. Then I didn't buy the house. But then I looked at the house. Then I found out the Shabbos that Rappaport is now over in Wisconsin. Where is this? Rappaport? The father, yeah.
Yeah, in Wisconsin.
He was then going to Texas. The Shliach in Texas, mm-hmm. He wants to sell his house.
Well, he lived in Crown Heights?
Yeah, he lived in Crown Heights, where I live in the 609 Empire.
Ah, okay.
Then I called him up Motzei Shabbos. Said, yeah, tomorrow is the open house. Yeah, first come, first serve. I'm not going up the price. The price is $59,000. Said, okay, what time come? 8 o'clock. Said, okay. I was there 5 to 8. I came. Said, I want to buy a house. I came 5 to 8. I looked at the house. After me came already 3 other couples came to buy the house. But I was first. Okay, I looked at the house. Okay, I'm ready for it. Like that.
Before you get to continue, trying to understand the business part of it. There was a houses available for $16,000, but you wanted to buy a house for $59,000. That's
this was a year later or 2 years later.
So by that time, already.
No, but then, see, the difference is the house there you can't live like this. You have to put in $100,000 to it at least to make it good. But there, it's a house I could just move in and not painting.
Okay.
Okay, he told me, okay, you first, but, tell me a but, what's the but? My brother-in-law, Shlomi Tachtel, is looking at a house also. He looks at this house and he looks at another house on Crown Street. He wrote into the Rebbe which house he should buy. If the Rebbe told them to buy this house, he's first. If the Rebbe told them to buy Crown Street, you are first on this house. I said, okay, I'll wait till I get the answer from the Rebbe. Went by 2 weeks. Shlomi Tachtel didn't get an answer. And he wants to move out and to go to Texas. I mean, he called me up, said, no, Baruch, my brother-in-law doesn't get an answer. You write into the Rebbe. Okay. I wrote into the Rebbe. I saw this house, like a big, I have only 4 children, but I could have guests in it, I could this. And so the Rebbe, it's close to this, but you wrote all details to the Rebbe then. Where is it? This son is Mizrach, where this son comes in. You wrote
the whole
detail,
the whole report of the house.
That time you told the Rebbe, and that's the way to do.
You heard someone. This is a Kabbalah.
No. That people told me.
By the way, I have a letter. We're recording in my parents' house. I have a letter from my mother to the Rebbe, like you're saying, she wrote to the Rebbe about buying this house. All the details, exactly all her cheshbonis, why she wants, why she does, why she doesn't want this house.
Well, I know. My friend told me they wanted to the Rebbe to buy a car, to buy a blue or green.
Yeah.
That's the Irish Shaila is the Rebbe, but I'm ours. I wanted
the
to.
Rebbe would answer those things.
The
Rebbe would
no,
answer.
didn't. The Rebbe answered. The Rebbe answered me on the house. Yeah, I should buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, Tachtel got an answer. I should buy the other house. And the Rebbe wrote them to him, "Ubilvat shelo yeh basogas gvul." To him.
That there shouldn't be a saga school.
Yeah. The what just gvul. And the house from 609, leave it for Wilhelm. Don't mix into it.
Seeing the Rebbe was telling him that buying your house shouldn't.
You buy this house, but leave the lo sheh basogas gvul.
So let Wilhelm buy his house.
Yeah. And Baruch Hashem, since then, I lived there.
That's very
And I had a lot of guests since then. My house, without a guzme, since I lived there, over 10,000 people went through my house. Sleeping.
Yeah.
Baruch Hashem.
And so you're saying what you wrote to the Rebbe.
Yeah, it's the big house because I could have ochim. It's more than this. Like so a friend of mine told me, listen, I'm getting older. And I also had guests. My wife said, listen, let's start, make it nicer and rent it out for a day, for 2 days, for 3 days. Then I told my wife, maybe do the same thing. She said, no. We told the Rebbe, with a guest, we're not charging money for it.
So you're saying it's a shlichus.
Yeah,
it's a shlichus
Baruch
for
Hashem.
them.
Yeah, Baruch Hashem.
And by the way, that's in the Yechidus. I don't know what the Rebbe told you in your Yechidus when you got married. I don't know if you remember, but you could tell me that a lot of times the Rebbe would speak about the house, that it should be.
Yeah, I have it written down. I don't remember. I didn't.
The Rebbe told my parents, because my father wrote down also. The Rebbe said that it should be a house of spreading Yiddishkeit. Like you're building a house. It's just
Yeah.
So that was, I mean, in Crown Heights, that was a big part of living in Crown Heights, was the archim that you would host.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether it's family, whether it's other people.
No, I have archim. They were in Thailand by my nephew, Rabbi Wilhelm. They came to me. Yeah, before they didn't have no Yiddishkeit, just they came the first time. They stayed in my house 2 weeks. They became from completely. Like I have a bochur that came when it was my house. He bought the hat with the jacket and everything. Today is a shliach.
Yeah,
but it started in my house. Like it's a part of my shlichus.
And it's an interesting thing that people don't realize. I mean, it's a little different times. When I grew up, we always had guests, and there's also stories like that. People that I know that their first Shabbos was here. The people used to send from Hadar Torah and from Chanech. They would send Bachrim here or the Pegisha, whatever. So it was just an interesting thing that there's a not so much spoken about part that the people in Crown Heights took on as part of the Rebbe's mission.
It was like this.
And when it came to your businesses, you also wrote to the Rebbe, and there's also questions about what to do?
It was not questions. I mean, no, just Rebbe, I have this and this offer. Should I take it? And the Rebbe said yes.
So you didn't do a business deal without asking the Rebbe?
No. I didn't. See, mostly I worked. See, after I finished by Rabbi Jacobson, me and Zev Katz, we opened a store.
That store on Kingston?
It was a store in Queens.
Queens.
We had it for 2 years, but it didn't work out. We stopped it. After this, I worked for Rabbi Waldman.
The one from the Rashi Sichos.
Yeah. It's also a story for me, but a separate story with him, with the Rashi Sichos. And
what was his business?
Diamonds.
In Manhattan.
But no, he had like a specialty in diamonds. Not everybody has. Like when I went into work with him, I have to sign that I'm not telling the secret what we do there to nobody.
Secret recipe.
It's a secret recipe. That if it's the old diamond industry was the only one that doing it, then everybody bought these stones to him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
No, with him is also a story. It's like the Tov Shechufei, the Rebbe said Sichos every Shabbos. Yeah. Shabbos Bereshis Chavov, the Rebbe said all sicher because he didn't do it then.
Well, what?
Shabbos Bereshis. Chafei started Parshas Noach.
Yeah, the
Parshas Noach started every Shabbos Sefer
Rashi
Sicha.
Yeah, it's b'deresa, right? That's sicha.
Yeah, the first Sicha, the first Rashi and the last Rashi. In the middle was the Torah, the Kutitera. When the Kutitera started that year, it was printed. They printed the Kutitera, and the Rebbe said they should learn. Everybody should learn the Parsha. Who never learned, but the Farbringen was to say L'chaim. This was Tavshin Chofed all year. Yeah. Then Tavshin Chavov, Shabbos Bereshis, the Rebbe said Sila Rashi Sicha. Noach, the Rebbe didn't say Rashi Sicha. That's it. 2-3 Parshas the Rebbe didn't say. Then Rabbi Yosef Waldman wrote it to the Rebbe. You should know that a lot of people coming just because of the Rashi.
Yeah, I heard that there were non-Lubavitchers
from the Shechuna
started coming to
from the Shechuna because of the Rashi.
They heard that the Rashi, that was explaining Rashi.
Yeah.
So I think Waldman.
That is so. He told it to the Rebbe that they came because of this. Then the Rebbe should continue, and that was the Rebbe continued this sichas.
So that's how he became the person from the Rashi sichas.
No, this I don't know if they became, but I don't know if people knew about this. They didn't know about this. Then was a story with Tavshin Lamed Vayikra. You heard the story once?
Yeah, but you should say it.
Yeah. Till then was because he told the Rebbe, what's his name, Waldman, that it was a good idea to tell the people which Rashi is going
prepare.
to talk. Then we could prepare. Then he saw Chadakov, Shalom Yisrael, was standing by the office, by the Merkaz, with the Chumash. Yeah.
After davening?
No, before.
When
the Rebbe came in from the house, said, if there was a Farbringen, the Rebbe turned around to him and told them, to come over. He came over, and the Rebbe told him, doing this Rashi, and he opened up and he looked which Rashi. This was like a year, 2 years, like this.
The Rebbe would come in, tell him which Rashi it is.
Yeah. And then they went downstairs and Duchman, wie gewesen, Salman Duchman. Ja, nicht gegen Gabe.
Yeah, he would make achrazas.
Yeah, he was standing on the table. Einzige Farbringen, der Rebbe reden die und die Rashi. Okay.
So that's how everyone knew that there's going to be a Farbringen, because he announced that there's going to be which Rashi it is.
Yeah. A few bochur by Vayikra, Tavshin Lamed Aleph, Tavshin Lamed was it? Lamed again. I don't remember which year was it already. Tavshin Lamed was it. But we're talking, if today we'll be Farbringen, the Rebbe could talk on this and this Rashi. Then a bochur heard that. They said, oh, die und this Rashi. He went over right away to Duchman and told them, the Rebbe geht and reden auf die und die Rashi. Okay, nobody knows nothing.
So these bochur were saying, I'm just repeating
they talk between them.
They said, if there would be a Farbringen, the Rebbe probably would speak about this Rashi. So this other bochur hears them saying it, and he runs to Zalman Duchman.
He told him the Rebbe geht reden.
He wanted to
be the first one to tell Zalman Duchman.
But wasn't there a Seder that Shalom Yisrael Chanukah does?
No, not Shalom Yisrael. Shalom Yisrael shall tell the bochur, and then when the
bochur
bochur
Yisrael would just tell. So Zalman didn't know.
Yeah, and then he went downstairs. He went to the bochur, and the Rebbe stood on his place, stellt sich weg und sagt, ja, the Rebbe turned around, like angry, yeah, and looking, and said, was Farbringen? Then the Rebbe stopped. It was 10 o'clock. Yeah, they stopped till 10:20. They didn't daven. Yeah, and what's the name? Rebbe wissen, welcher Bochur hat uns gesagt.
The Rebbe said, we're not davening till we know which bochur.
Then David Raskin went over to
which bochur said this?
They went to the Rebbe, and they said, then a bochur came.
This bochur?
Yeah, and he told David Raskin, and I don't remember if the bochur went up to the bima, was something.
I think I heard that he went over to the Rebbe.
Yeah, went to
the Rebbe said, nicht der Maintenance, we're not talking about you. Like the Rebbe knew this guy wasn't the culprit. There's someone behind it.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess the kavanah was to the two bochurim that were...
Whatever. The kavanah, yeah. And then was no Farbringen. The Shabbos after was Parshas Tzav. The Rebbe said the whole thing for the Rashes because Aida hat ihm gebeten. And Jews asked them to the Rashes and kocht sich in them. And because of him, then, and
What
why?
was it? What did Rebbe say?
That all the rashes that he does, the rashes, because a Yid asked him to koch in the rashes, and he should, because of him, I'm saying the rashes and why this. And since we spoke about the rashi, I'll say already something about these rashes.
Since it was announced that I will explain this Rashi, so I will.
I will. And
even those last week's parasha.
Yeah, and the Rebbe said Tzav, Chasir for Tzav, and he said also this.
You're saying that's when it became famous that Waldman is the person that
comes then Waldman wrote it to the Rebbe. I never told to announce it. I just want to know for myself. The Rebbe, he wrote it to the Rebbe.
He felt bad that this whole story happened.
I didn't want to announce it. I wanted for myself. I wanted.
I thought he said for the people. I thought he told the Rebbe for the people.
No, for the people. Then the Rebbe then not Shal Misrol anymore. He came always over.
You're saying after that story,
he came over.
Became more official, I guess.
Yeah, he came, and the Rebbe told them which Rashi. And sometimes, like the Rebbe told the Rebbe Thursday, told the Rebbe the Rashi, or Friday, Biyom Klein typed it up, and they hanged it up on the wall.
Or sometimes it's before.
Yeah, I still have in the house the notes that.
The notice. That
I have it someplace, and that's what then decided
to save these type of things.
Yeah, I saved a lot of things. If I still have,
You collect.
I collect a lot of stuff, but I had a lot of Siddish Gnevas also in my house.
What do you have in your house? The marshal.
I don't remember. They took out so many things. People took.
All your guests already took them from you.
The guests, yeah, bochur came. They took. Then, like I left Xavier, then I said, you know what? Before someone else takes more stuff, I took it to Chaim Shalbrook, told him, listen, scan it, you should have it. And if people will steal it,
But how did you get all this stuff?
Then I was collecting from different people. Yeah.
So it's Haganev and Haganev?
No, I didn't get it from nobody. No, listen, that time when I was the bochur, 788, 784, is open offices. Like the Xaviats, Lebu Gone Redder room. All the Xaviats in the Bichlach Chassidus.
From the Rebbe?
Yeah, everybody could come, take the book and go away with whatever he wants. It was open thing.
It's in the Rebbe's library upstairs. It was in 788.
Not library. It was not just the room there.
Like storage.
Then after this, it went to the, like when Shazar came, Tovshin Chavov. Yeah, the Rebbe's room was full with Sforim. From the window, Mamish, every room was on the floor, on paper, was piled of Sforim. What the Rebbe got Sforim, it was by him. Then Tovshin Chavov, the Shazar is going to come. Then the Rebbe went Friday to the oil. It's the whole story with the Rebbe went, gefragt dem schwer zu gehen zu nicht, zu... You know what I mean?
I know the story, but I want you to say it.
No, that they put pressure on Shazar. He shouldn't go to.
His people didn't want Shazar, the president of Israel.
Yeah, shouldn't go
to the Rebbe. They wanted the Rebbe to come to Shazar.
Yeah,
and they asked the Rebbe, and the Rebbe
said they'll go to the oil. Defend the
So
schwer.
he went to the oil.
Yeah, then when they went to the oil, then Lebu Groner took bochrim. They cleaned up the Rebbe's room.
So then there was a message sent to Shazar.
No, the Rebbe came back. I don't know. They brought him. This I don't know how.
The Rebbe said he'll go to the and ask the Shver, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, but I know. Yeah, but then when the Rebbe
then Shazar came.
Yeah, because probably when he came back, they told the Rebbe. The Rebbe told it, and the Shver sagte, so bleiben da, es kommt zu mir.
Okay, just the historical part of it. Shazar came before, but this was the first time he came as president.
President, yeah.
As he was the president, so.
Yeah, as a president he came then. Then
they cleaned out the room.
Then Leib Gone took bochrim. They took all this form. They put it in the library now in the basement. There was no library then. It was just Yodel Kids had their office there.
In that building.
That building. And they cleaned up the room. But what I'm talking, I don't remember what I want to tell you about this.
You're saying that all these kisviyad and things that.
Oh, the kisviyad was laying there. Then it probably went there also, But then, like Tzach, yeah, they had all different things with dancer from the Rebbe. And Leibel Alevsky was in Tzach. I asked him, he could take this, yeah, he could take it. It's interesting, but Leibel Alevsky with Tzach, he decided he wants to make a list of Anash.
Like a Tzach list?
Yeah, a list of Anash.
Like a phone book?
Anash. I'm telling you, a nash list. Yeah. He made it. It was not a booklet. It was pages 8 by 11.
Why did you want to do that?
Huh?
What was the point?
People should know. They said, who lives there, telephone, everything.
Just a service for the community?
Yeah, for the community. And I want to have a nash list.
I never understood.
Then
and later it was called the tzach list.
Listen.
Yeah. A nash list.
He went into the Rebbe. Then the Rebbe wrote him back, who are you to decide who is a nash and who is not a nash?
Oh.
It's a list of the nash, yeah? You deciding who is a nash, yeah? Then they change it to tzach list. That's the reason it's called tzach list. People don't know, but I remember...
It's very interesting because I remember... I don't want to discuss any politics over here, but this happened like 20 years ago, so people forgot about it. There was a competition to the tzach list once upon a time,
right,
and they called it a nash list.
Yeah.
That's what they called it. That's very interesting that the Rebbe said not to use that name.
Not to use it. Who are you to decide who is a nash and who is not a nash?
Among Chassidim is brought to you by Chassidische Derher. We live in a chaotic world. A world where for us Chassidim, as a Seinu, Lei Ra'inu, we do not have the ability to hear and see the Rebbe on a daily basis. Yet we know that the Rebbe is very much with us, and the Chassidus Chabad is alive and thriving more than ever before. One needs to only tap into it. Chassidische Derher provides you and your family with the tools necessary to tap into all of this. Whether it's the monthly magazine, the way it all began, whether it's Derher books, Derher online content, and so much more. Men, women, and children throughout the world benefit and use these tools on a daily basis. Whether it's children enjoying the children's magazine that comes along with the regular Derher, or enjoying the children's podcast, whether it's bochurim in yeshivas receiving the Derher, whether it's girls in high schools enjoying Derher club in their local high school. People all over the world and from all walks of life enjoy and utilize these tools and take advantage of it. If you're not already subscribed to Derher monthly magazine, do so today at derher.org. That's derher.org. Derher is a dynamic organization which is committed to continue providing these tools, grow on a constant basis, and do all that we can to help this effort. Baruch Hashem, it takes a lot of resources and finances to make this all happen. You can be part of Derher through your financial support as well, through visiting our website derher.org, or through contacting us to setting up a meeting. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the podcast. It's also, today especially, people have all these, if that applied then, achas kama v'kama now, people are on nash, and there's all different types and all different stripes.
No, you would see the Rebbe, it's some letters from the Rebbe, yeah, he writes, to Chassidei Chabad ve'anash. או המקושרים, no, Chassidei Chabad והמקושרים. It's two לשונס. Yeah, what's it called? The Chassidim, it's not Mekusharim.
Yeah, when people write matzevis today, they write Mekusher. I don't know what's a Mekusher. Some of them I see it says Chassid of the Rebbe.
Yeah, okay, that's it. Because you have a lot of people. You don't know who they are, and there's from and not from, and they're Chassidim from the Rebbe.
Right.
Yeah, because they're not a nash, yeah, they're not mekusha, but they're sitting from the Rebbe.
Chassid.
Like maybe you can't know where is the Rebbe's Mensch, where is nicht the Rebbe's Mensch. You don't know who is the Rebbe's people, who is not the Rebbe's people. No, but that's interesting. But the tzach list, that's the reason it's called tzach list. Mm-hmm. People don't know, but then the Vada Fotziches was on the 3rd floor, and tzach was on the 2nd floor.
Their office was in 788.
Yeah. David Raskin, with Castell.
Before they bought that building?
And Lebalevsky.
Okay.
Not even before. They were there all the time. They were there all the time. The building there, the library, the office was not there. Later on, maybe David Russell went there, yeah. But the office was up there. And always I went into Alevsky, was talking this and this, and with some dust, kesneme dust. They told me you could take. Then I took a lot of stuff from them.
Mm-hmm. There were apartments in that building also?
Yeah. There was apartments in this building, and then you see like Chof Ches, when they started to build 770. Rav Klein, they bought the buildings. You know which Klein I'm talking?
The one that paid for 770?
Yeah. What's his first name? I remember his first name. Well, without a beard, weißt du, like that Chof Beis.
His name's Aaron, no?
Huh?
Aaron?
Aaron Klein, yeah. Then he decided it was a week before Rosh Hashanah.
What's the whole story? Aaron Klein bought... I'm not clear in the whole thing.
He bought 788, 784. 784, 788.
He paid for it. It was under his name.
He bought the building, yeah. He bought it. He bought
for
it
the
for Merkaz Yonah Chinuch. He bought it. And he decided, we have to make the shul bigger. How do you make the shul bigger? We're taking off the apartment, we're taking off the basement, and then it becomes a big room. Then was there 2 old ladies living there, and there was also an apartment for the yeshiva. Dormitory. Chaim Paro. He had an apartment with a library of Sforim. He had. Then it was a week before Rosh Hashanah. He decided, he brought a few workers. Let's start to break.
I don't, can you explain me the dynamics? Why would think Rabbi Chadakov?
No, he decided by himself everything.
I'm saying you're allowed to do such a thing then?
What?
Basically, it wasn't going to happen unless someone did it. So he went and did it.
Yeah, they decided. I don't think so. They told the Rebbe he's making bigger. I don't know what he did exactly.
It was his project.
And he called a few workers he bought, and they started to break the first floor of 784. Yeah, the first building. And two old ladies were living there. And Chaim Pao also. But I don't care. Take out your stuff. I don't need it of you. He cleaned up the first floor. Cleaned up everything. Yeah, he made it clean. Then he has to take off the wall. The wall from to 770.
There's a wall in between the 2 buildings.
It's 2 walls. It's the wall from 770 and the wall from the building. Mm-hmm. Then in between was like a little space in between them. Yeah. Then he took off the wall from the building. Yeah, till the basement. Yeah. And then he took off the because the basement wall was a cement wall with stones, but the top is just bricks. Then he took it off. Then he took off also from 770. Then it became like a big room, but you had 2 walls. Mm-hmm. 2 little, because it's cement walls. And this stayed there. This was already, I don't know, it was Sukkot, it was Erev Sukkot. It bought people, they should take off the cement wall. And, before this, let me tell you, Rosh Hashanah was still a small wall from 770 and from Dana. Then people stand on top there, they could see everything, because the shalash was very small. You can't stand so many people there. You stand there on top, you could see the Rebbe Amachayim, you see everything. There was Rosh Hashanah. Then the picture from Birchas, bochur from after Mincha, Rabbi Yom Kippur. The Rebbe stands gives the bochur. You could see it's a small, the wall is broken. It's a half wall. You saw the picture?
Yes.
Yeah. And then was Sukkot, or Simchas Torah, I don't remember when was it. Decided we have to take off the wall. We have to open up for Simchas Torah, from Sukkot. Then the bochur, we started to break the walls. We took with metals, big pipes, metals, boom, boom. We took like...
but it had, wasn't a support wall of the
No,
building.
it was like the half a wall.
Okay.
The top is open completely.
So you knew the building's not going to collapse. Okay.
Yeah, we took off the two little walls. I remember they went from the building, from 3rd floor, from Goharia. They said, ihr macht zu mir nicht, wir dürfen schlafen. Das stört uns schlafen. Wir waren nicht dort, wenn schlafen. But we walked out, we took it off the walls. Yeah, and then it was one big room. But then, you see, it didn't bring an architect to see exactly what's going on. That means the building, 3 floors, doesn't have any support. It was open wall. Then Khalekov said, darf man support. But I don't know if right after Simchas Torah, they put the
beams.
The beams. But Simchas Torah was open like
the
this.
The beams go all the way through the whole building?
Yeah. They're upstairs.
They weren't original beams?
No, they made it then. No, depends. Inside the small beams. But the big, if you see by...
Those big beams?
2 beams, from the one from Shalash, like 3 feet after this is another beam, that's for the building. The building. Then the beams inside, there are the 4 beams, this was holding the floors. Yeah, there was no... I remember like it was Simchas Torah. Was the dust was so much dust there from everything.
Construction.
From construction. There was no light. Light was a few bulbs there. Yeah, but the shul is big now. I was standing there, and the Rebbe's hat was the Leil Shmini Atzeres was white from dust. Tomorrow he came with a new hat.
Yeah.
I remember it.
It's like falling down.
Huh?
It's just in the air.
Everybody's head was full with dust. But then they didn't do nothing till after Yud Shvat.
You just stayed like that?
Stayed like this. Just the beam they made. But then after Yud Shvat, they built the first part.
And then there was a construction later.
Yeah.
This is the second construction. So it's interesting that it's interesting how it worked. Then there was, I mean, I don't know if it changed much, but there was no like.
They said I heard Ramashalei Rothstein,
the Rebbe secretary.
Yeah, when they built the Chav Beis, the Shalash, they finished the shul with the Weiber shul. Yeah, there's Asnashim, and the toilet there. The Rebbe told them they should put the mirror by the toilet for the woman. I
understood that there was a time that there was no bathroom b'chlal in the women's section at a certain time.
Right. Yeah, it's everything like.
The Rebbe spoke once about the fact.
No, it was the Anios from all the. I remember was no Siturim. No Tanya couldn't find the 770. There's no way to find a Tanya. Maybe 2, 3. Didn't have Tanyas. What's the name? Reb Shmuel Witten gave a shir in Tanya upstairs every Monday and Thursday.
For the bochur.
For the bochur. Then there was a few Tanyas that they have there. The bochur has their own Tanyas. But I remember like Reb Shmuel Isaac Popak, yeah, he bought like 10, 20 Sidurim, but he wrote Shaykh Shmuel Isaac Popak.
Yeah.
Even the Tehillims was from Ibro Publishing, not Oil Yosef Yitzchak Tehillim. There were a few Tehillim Oil Yosef Yitzchak, but the Ibro Publishing the same Tehillim.
But there's no Gabayim that were taking care of this?
Oh, Rabbi Yochanan Garden. Taking care from what? But the Anios, no, it was the people didn't have money then to buy these things too.
No one had money in the Bavitch.
Yeah. To think about these things. People didn't think about these things.
And then saying in the Americas there was no money either.
Yeah, they didn't have money. Then it was like this. I'll just remind you of a different story with me. Yeah. I have my chavrusa, it was Arle Goldstein, the shliach in Michigan. He was my chassid. Then we decided that the garden in front of 770, by the Rebbe's room, the small garden was a garden, but the other piece was full stones and everything was no garden. Said it. Amon HaMelech, the palace should be like this, we have to make something. Then we went down Brooklyn Avenue, we found there a nursery from the gardens. We bought grass, carpet grass, we bought some bushes. We told them to live on 770. And they put it in the big garden. When the Rebbe went on, after 10 o'clock, 10:30, we took some tools. We started to clean up the place. We put grass, we put flowers there, but now they have the flowers there.
Yeah.
Bushes and flowers.
The brick.
Yeah, now it's brick, but then there was no bricks. Just we put some That was the morning. People came. Wow, it looks like. And 2 days later, Yulkinsky calls me over. The Rebbetzin saw it. She liked it very much. Who did it? He said the bochur did it. Would he do in my house the same thing? I'll ask him. Okay, he came over to me, asked me, the Rebbetzin said this, do you want to do it there? I said, okay, I'm ready to do it, but I don't want to be a mashbak. I'm ready to do the car, but I don't know if I have to do something with the house.
You said...
I told to Yudel.
That you'll do it, but...
But not with the house. I don't know what I have to do with the house. I'm ready to do the car.
You're saying you don't want to become a mashbak.
Again, I don't want to become a mashbak. A mashbak is nicht gechosid.
It's always like I'm saying, this is it's a Kabbalah.
Ja, mashbak is nicht gechosid von Rebbe. I said, ich will das nicht haben. Okay, but then she told me she doesn't want too much big bushes.
You spoke to the Rebbetzin about it?
No, everything to Yudel Krinsky. She wanted with big bushes because she's afraid people will eat them and she'll be afraid. She doesn't want it. Okay, but make small bushes. And then I went like 7 o'clock after the Seder. I put the sprinkler for the water. In the summer I'm talking, yeah? And 9:30 at night, I went over, I closed it, and then I took the hose and on the driveway on top, all the bushes there, I went with the hose and I put I put water there. And then I finished it and I went back to 770. And this I did every day. One day I went with a friend of mine, Nachim Kasyansky. I went and we were doing the bushes and the Rebbetzin comes up with the car, goes into the garage.
She was driving?
Yeah. Okay, she goes in from the garage. She went in from the back. She went into the house. Okay, I said, okay. And we continue to do the bushes and this. All of a sudden we hear steps when people are going turn around. The Rebbe and the Rebbetzin. She brought the Rebbe from 770 from that night. And they stopped by us. They looked on us like this, a minute, and they went downstairs and they went into the house. Where the bochur was tutos.
Mr. You were without your...
without the jacket.
Your hat and jacket.
Yeah, like this. Was another time.
So the Rebbetzin would drive the Rebbe home sometimes?
Okay, let me tell you the way it works.
You were about to say another story, so remember what you were going to say.
Yeah, let me tell you, before this, it's one time, Yom Klan calls me out middle of the Seder. The Seder Nigle. Come here. By the Rebbetzin, by the garage, the light, you have to change a bulb. And it's too dark at night. The Rebbetzin doesn't like when it's dark. Could you go over, change the bulb? It's a box laying there with this. You don't have to do nothing. Just stay on the box, take off the bulb.
Weren't there people in the house doing these things?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what he told me. Okay, I ran over there. I saw it. I took the bulb. I put in the new bulb. And I'm time to walk out. She's by the window. And she told me in Yiddish, a dank für Tondos, a schuldig für Matriach sein. Yeah, thank you for doing it. And I'm sorry for... Matriach. But see, if it's dark at night, I'm just push it. It's not bequem, or it's not angenommen.
It's not comfortable.
It's uncomfortable when it's dark and could be some people are there. But now it's when it's light, it's better. Is it working? I said I don't know because it's electric eye, and electric eye just at nighttime when it's dark, then it's lighting up. I said okay, schönen Dank. This was one time that this Rebbe spoke to me. Another time was the Rebbe spoke to me. It was said when the Rebbe came to 770 in the morning, the Rebbe came by foot by himself. 770, then went into the Merkaz, a bochur, and took the thermos from yesterday, go to the Rebbe's house, and between the two doors, today is only one door, I don't know why, but that Memches, they took off one door.
So he would get the thermos for the Rebbe.
Yeah, when you open the door, was already a thermos.
Like a tea, what was it?
I don't know, coffee, tea with cheese rogalach, cheese danishes, a bag.
The Rebbe would send it to
from Lawrence Bakery, if you remember. And one time I came, and it was not there. Then the Rebbe probably did open it and said, "Come in, Entschuldigung, warte eine Minute, time fertig. It's not ready yet. Wait a minute." I said 2 times that I had with the Rebbe. Yeah, what you say with the Rebbetzin, okay. Sunday, the Rebbetzin brought the Rebbe around 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, the Rebbe came to the
Rebbe didn't walk?
No.
Never?
The Rebbe walked, yeah. Sunday, she brought the Rebbe. Yeah. Then 2 times a week, I don't know which night, but her mother was still alive, till Tafshin Lamed. She came at nighttime to be with her mother. I don't know the way it went. When she finished, or when the Rebbe finished, yeah, she came down, she went into the car, she was waiting there. Then the Rebbe came out, opened the door, went in.
In the front?
In the front, and the Rebbe shook like she was pushing gas. Vroom, she went to Albany, and the president, that's right. Yeah. Monday and Thursday, Yudel or Binyamin, they brought the Rebbe to Kriyas HaTorah. But the rest of the days, the Rebbe went on by himself and came by himself.
So Monday, Thursday, and Sunday, the Rebbe drove.
Yeah.
And the Rebbe would walk.
Yeah, but later on, it was. I heard one story from Yudel Krinsky that was the story with Shrage with the Maccabees.
You see the Rabbi Shrage that started the
the Maccabees,
the original Shmirah.
The original Shmirah, yeah. And then the Rebbetzin asked Yudel if he could bring the Rebbe. He could bring the Rebbe because she's afraid. He should bring him home every night.
The Rebbetzin didn't want to drive anymore at night.
No, the Rebbetzin came only twice a week, but the other nights...
because of the crime, the Rebbetzin asked if the Rebbe could start getting...
And when one time when the Rebbe went in, the Rebbe told them, "Du bist echt a Maccabi. You're also a Maccabi."
The Rebbe told
to Yudel.
To Yudel, ah.
You'll take the car, the Rebbe. You're also a Maccabi.
So you're part of the... I see. You're driving... I'm driving...
You're taking now because of the Shmirah.
Because of the Maccabi, so now you're part of the Maccabi.
Yeah. But then was like Shabbos. Sometimes when the Rebbe went on Tchadakov. Sometimes the Rebbe went on Tchadakov.
Tchadakov was in the car?
No, by foot I'm talking.
In the middle of the week?
Yeah. The Rebbe went with Tchadakov till, the Tchadakov probably till President. The Rebbe, Tchadakov went to his house and the Rebbe went to his house. This happened a lot of times like this in Tchadakov.
But then on Shabbos the Rebbe would walk.
Shabbos, yeah,
people would walk with the Rebbe?
Yeah, bochur.
Always?
Yeah, always. I remember when we came from Newark to 770, was like the Seder of the bochur, was then Rebbe Shapiro, Ephraim Pekarsky, with all the alter bochur there. And we said, okay, take us also into the... I said, no.
Into the Mishmeres.
Is that too young? Next year you'll do it. I said, no. I remember we had 2 rebellions now, bochur, they wanted, yeah. I said, okay, you two, we'll send 1 more bochur from us. We had 3 bochur will go. Then started 3 bochur went.
Like behind the Rebbe?
Behind the Rebbe, yeah. That's at nighttime, but the daytime the Rebbe came by himself. So
by daytime there's no bochur, there's no one?
No bochur became with the Rebbe from the house.
And so when you were a bochur the whole time, the Rebbe was always walking 770. In the Lameds also.
Yeah. I remember one time my mishmeres was Motzei Simchas Torah Shabbos Bereshis. Was together like 3 days.
Motzei Simchas Torah. Okay.
That was like Shminat Tzeres was a Thursday. Simchas Torah was Friday, and then Shabbos Bereshis. We had 3 days. I mean, the Farbrengens this year that came out like this was Meshuggah. Was so busy. Such a Seder, yeah. They had like this. You had the Farbrengen the first night. No, the first night was Akofes, Shminat Tzeres. Yeah, Shabbos morning was nothing, but then was a small Farbrengen. No, Shminat Tzeres was no Farbrengen. No, but we went to Aluche, we went to Shuls to Chazer. Then at night time, this was like the Simchas Torah. Yeah, was Farbrengen. But I remember I went with Avram Garlitzky. We went to Prospect Park was a shul. We went there for a coffees. Bochum went to a coffees.
Prospect Park.
Yeah, Ocean Avenue, right when you make the turn. Today's a church, but there was a shul there.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the shul, and we came back, was beginning of the Farbringen. We didn't go in. We were staying by the door and listening.
You were embarrassed that you were there.
Sure
right?
embarrassed. Was just the because they tell the story.
So why did you go so close?
No, that's a shul. I went with Garlitzky. That was shul. I went with Garlitzky always. This shul I went always there. Okay. They say, before this, they say, the Bochum came there, the Rebbe told him, wo sie gehen zum Kassierer? That's what they say.
So you were listening to the Farbringen from outside?
The first 2-3 sichas, then everybody came, we went also to. Because the Rebbe, by this Farbringen, the Rebbe asked David Raskin, alles ist schon zurückgekommen, everybody came back ready. The Rebbe said, yes, okay, then the Rebbe stopped the Farbringen. And then the garbage still up, the Farbringen now is stopping. And we bet everybody should go outside because we have to make the shul for the akofes. Yeah. And then was a Efsek between the Farbringen and this, but half an hour, 3/4 of an hour was a Efsek. And then was the akofes, you had that old, the night Farbringen. Tomorrow morning was again akofes. Yeah, and this was Friday, don't forget. Yeah, it was akofes, but that time they sold the mitzvahs. They sold the Ato Reisa. Took like, you went on 3 o'clock was after everything. 3:30.
They actually sold it?
Yeah, they sold every posik they sold separate.
But there was like bidding, what?
Yeah, bidding.
People raising their hands?
Some people, I mean, bought it l'chatchila, but there was bidding. And then, to run on, then was another Farbringen. That's already Friday night. You have some Peres Mapo. That time, I mean, I'm talking, the first year was Peres Mapo, then the Rebbe stopped it. Yeah, it was a Farbringen. Yeah, and then tomorrow morning is Tilim. Then davening. Davening was Moshe Talashevsky with Chazones from Rosh Hashanah. And it took till 1 o'clock. 1:30 was a Farbringen already. Yeah, 1:30 was a Farbringen. 2-3 hours. When I'm coming back for the Motzei Simchas Torah Farbringen. Motzei Shabbat is as Father's Base, it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was still. And with this, you have to learn you have to finish bochur. You have to finish Bereshis, Mavisedra, was a lot of things. But that one time, my mishmer was to go with the Rebbe. Then right after the Farbringen, right after Ma'ariv,
when did
was Motzei Simchas Torah Kabbalah Shabbos. It's for Shabbos, yeah. After it was the Farbringen, Kabbalah Shabbos. After Kabbalah Shabbos, the Rebbe is going on. Then I went upstairs, right with my friend, waiting. We wait outside because the minute the Rebbe closed the door, the window from this, we know the Rebbe is going on. Then we knew exactly when to wait. I guess we didn't wait. Then we went outside. We saw the Rebbe just at the Farbringen, Kabbalah Shabbos. The Rebbe went into the room, took off the sirtuk with the et, took gleich Psa Sefer. There was one light there, sitting right away and sitting and learning. For half an hour, erst then, he closed the window and went home. Said the Rebbe was just there, the Farbringen and everything. Yeah. Yeah.
But the Rebbe never spoke to the Bachram when they were walking?
No, never. Yeah, I have a different story, just so. The Rebbe had one chair. For the Farbringen, for davening. Then, I don't know which year was it, Gimel, I think. With Sefer Melocha from Fachabad, they sent a chair to the Rebbe.
That they made?
They made a chair, yeah, and they sent it to the Rebbe. And the chair was, it's a nice chair, it's not the same thing. Purim Chavov, Kol HaPoshet Yad. You know what I'm talking?
The Rebbe said, say.
After the Rebbe gave out L'chaim to this guy, the Rebbe said, Kenim Reikim Al Tamitu. And then the Rebbe started to give mashke to this guy. Then the Rebbe said, Kol HaPoshet Yad no isnim loi. There was everybody went up to the beam. It was. Then the chair was broken.
Rebbe's chair broke.
Yeah, I mean one leg broke off. And they put glue, they put a screw. It didn't work out. They put a chair on the side. There was only one chair. It was Chavov, Chav Zayin, Chav Ches. There was only one chair from the Rebbe. Then one time I think, what's his name, Irshel Chitrik bought a chair, but it was not a comfortable chair. They took it back home. They had the chair in their house. The chair with the Rebbe gesetzt auf dem. Tovshin Chav Tes, no, Tovshin Chav Tes, no, before it. So then Chav Ches. We decided a few bochrim, we have to buy a chair for the Rebbe. We can't because but Verbringen.
The Rebbe had a red chair before also?
Yeah, the red chair. The Rebbe, but Verbringen, you put it on the bime. But davening, you have to put it there. Minche, Shabbos, after the Verbringen, the Rebbe davened upstairs. Then you have to take the chair, bring it right upstairs. Then that, we decided we have to buy a chair. I remember, me, another guy, went together with Beryl Lipsker. We went to Pitkin Avenue, down San Bonsfield. Mm-hmm. We bought the same chair, and we bought it. Vada Mesale decided, no. Who are you to decide for a chair? We're not letting it. They didn't let us take the chair. The whole story, it's nicht nur gern dort die meiste da, by the chair. But then, Tovshin Chav Tes was Shnas Abayim from the Rebbe's Nesius.
What?
From the Chasine. Shnas Abayim from the Chasine.
The Rebbe's Chasine.
The Rebbe's Chasine. Beites, Beites Chav Tes. Then was all, by the Bochim, we made like, we had it, then was all Shurim about the Gersa Tshuva. The Rebbe started Elul Chav Ches with Gersa Tshuva. Then we all had it, Balpeh, the ganze Gersa Tshuva, Matone for the Rebbe. There's no form to have, no Maimorim to have at that time. Then we wrote into the Rebbe the story with the chair. We want to give the Rebbe Matone a chair. We told him, it's very hard to go upstairs, then downstairs, upstairs.
A few bochrim.
Yeah, we were two bochrim with Beryl Lipsker. Beryl Lipsker, I think, was married already. Okay, the Rebbe took it, but he said, es ist nicht genug von den bochrim zu tun, die Sachen. Bochrim darf sitzen und lernen. It's not, it doesn't belong to the bochrim, they should take care of the Gashmias.
So the Rebbe accepted it, but
yeah.
Then told you that's not the Indian of bochrim.
Yeah, okay. And then the Rebbe, then this was the COVID Yudalet Kislev. The Rebbe gave the answer. Then I remember you test Kislev. I asked Leibel Groner, the Rebbe if he should bring on the new chair. We didn't put a chair yet there. Then he went to the Rebbe, and 5 minutes before the Rebbe went out, he came out and said, yeah, I could bring it. I took the chair, I remember I took it down, I brought it down, the bochrim were watching for me.
Yeah.
We won.
Because the Vada Masada said no.
Yeah. No, they said that because what a bochrim, I remember it was Tovshin Lamed, we were in Ocean Parkway, they made a PA system. Then we told the guy, we want to make in 770 also a PA system for the Rebbe, for Beng, because till the time was Meir Arlik took the amplifier, brought it downstairs, connected wires, put it, and sometimes it was fifing, remember the songs, beeping all the time. Yeah. Make a system.
So just saying the speaker in 770 for the
Verbringen.
Meir Arlik did it?
Meir Arlik did
Wasn't
it,
Zweig?
Later Zweig did it, but before Meir Arlik, it was his job.
Okay.
He did it. Then we called the guy. Okay. They began to say, was mischt ihr Sachen? No, you can't do it. And then I was, right. But it started with the chair.
So it's interesting that the Rebbe accepted it, but you know that...
It's not your Indian. you're in Tzolach Sidis, Tzolach Yeshiva. If the days I made a different story, Zalman Goralye, when it went to the Rebbe was complaining that if to sharp a pencil, he has to go into the office to Merkaz to sharp the pencil. And then he gets letters from people and he has to tear out. People shouldn't see what they're writing. Yeah, and they have to open all the letters.
What?
3 things that the Rebbe said to him.
What? That the Rebbe has to...
The first thing, that when he needs a pencil,
he has to go to Merkaz.
He has to go to Merkaz to sharpen it. Second thing, when he gets a note from the Rebbe, when he gets letters from the Rebbe, he doesn't want the Maskirim should see exactly what's written there. Yeah, he has to tear off pieces from the letter. They shouldn't see it.
Oh, certain parts of the letter.
Certain part, or even the letter, the full letter. I don't know what exactly this. And then and dann kommt der Brief. So many letters comes, and they have to open them. Then they told it to Ben Shem like this. You have to do something. Remember, he called me Borech. He called me Borech. He called me the Russian. Then Baruch, they say Borech. That's what he called me. Come with me. I went with him to Manhattan. It was a big stationery store, 3 floors. He bought then like a shredder, what you put on the garbage can. You could put a shredder. Yeah, you could put a shredder and that shreds to pieces the paper. He bought a sharpener, a battery that you could put on the table. A battery, with a battery.
Electric sharpener.
Electric, yeah. And he bought was a leather opener.
Yeah.
And he bought it.
Like a knife. Or a machine?
No, it's a machine, yeah. You put all the leathers and it's taking off a piece. But then he bought it, they were going to, the erste Sache, Stockeplatz beim Rebbe. It's no room, but the Rebbe is for these things. He didn't let it. Then the Motik, he didn't let it. But then I heard about the letters, the Rebbe said, people writing to me, I have to open it for them, not someone else to open it.
Not an opener, not a
I
machine.
didn't say that people doesn't. So it's not the office, they should open the letters for me. The people write to me, I want to open the letters, so they write to me. But he didn't let the 3 machines, he didn't let it into the Rebbe's room.
You heard this then, that the Rebbe said that?
What?
You're saying that the Rebbe said but the Rebbe said that he should open it.
Yeah.
You heard this then? But it's interesting that the Rebbe's, the office, first of all, like even maskiris, it wasn't like as if when the years went on, there was more maskirim.
The Rebbe didn't have no. And they had work over the Rebbe maskirim.
Yeah, and then after Moshe Leibratstein passed away, things...
No, that's not Moshe Leibratstein was not just writing letters. This was a different... The Nissim Mindel took it over. But I'm talking in general. Even Leibel was not so much vermished by the Rebbe's maskiros.
With like the letters and answers.
He was Yechides and other stuff. But even Benjamin Klein told me that I was Chadakov's maskil. But things Chadakov had to do with the Rebbe, I did it. But in general, they called me in as Chadakov's maskil, not as the Rebbe's maskil.
And with time, that changed.
It became, yeah. But the Rebbe told me right away. It's those Sachen, what you say, the thing that you see, you don't have to tell it nobody.
Yeah, he works with the Rebbe, yeah. So, listen, for me, this is important in Yanim to hear, and the inside and out of. Because also, you talk to a lot of people. They share whatever. They share.
General.
They're big. They have big theories. What they're sharing, but like the day to day, exactly what happened by the Rebbe. It's important for me. For me and for many other people to hear. The back end of everything works. Also, today we're looking at it. It's Indian. It's been taking over the world. Everything, and to hear like. In the Rebbe's Dal, it's like everything was just happening.
Yeah, there were bochim. They were writing more things. They were Yumanim, and the Rebbe came in like it was the Sosever.
Yeah.
And
the Derher, we use a lot of his Yumanim to translate.
Sosever, and even what's his name, Shleimer Reinitz. He was taking mashbak also upstairs. Yeah. Then they were sitting. The Rebbe was sitting for Micha Ma'ariv, the first one. You're looking at the door, open the door, they look. The Rebbe came in. What time is it? The time exactly when the Rebbe came in. They want to know.
They were writing because they wanted for their Yuman.
That's the Yuman. That's the Yuman. The Yuman was writing down everything. The Rebbe went in. The Rebbe came in. The Rebbe cooked door. The Rebbe looked there.
So how did this whole thing start? That the bochur wanted to know every single thing.
That's not every bochur. Some bochur, that's what they're. Look, there are so many bochrim.
But in the whole history of Chassidus, we don't have such a thing.
No. You have so many bochrim. They were Yichidus night. They were not going away from 770 till the Rebbe left, and everybody went into the Rebbe if they could find out what did they say, what the Rebbe told them. were a lot of bochum that's what they did. It's not my department, these things, but...
you didn't stand on.
Because of this, I missed a lot of things.
That's to say, however involved you were, there were people that were even more.
Yeah.
So then everything. But when you were a younger man, you were also. I mean, obviously you had a mishpacha, but you were also there all the time.
Yeah, I was there all the time. Yeah. So here's a reminder, another story, but let's say about the story. Yeah, the Seder. I mean, was like at night time, after Ma'ariv, the first night, people they didn't get matzahs from the daytime. They were staying there by the Rebbe's door, and the Rebbe gave them matzahs. Took back half an hour, 3/4 of an hour. Then the Rebbe went to the kitchen. 7:49 was the kitchen from my time. And the Rebbe went there to see. Then the Rebbe looked on each kaira from each bochur. Then the Rebbe gave a bracha. Then the Rebbe went into the kitchen, gave a bracha to the cook. Yeah. Then one time I said, I want to go up to... Then the bochum started the Seder. Yeah, till they finished everything. They went upstairs to the Seder from the Rebbe. The Rebbe was there. Me and two bochum decided, no. We're coming in right after Ma'ariv. We're coming to the kitchen. We're starting the Seder. Yeah? Till Moitze Matzah. Even till after Moreh, we did everything. When you knew the Rebbe is coming, we made back the kaira like wasn't touched, and after the Rebbe left, we ate a piece of matzah and something that we came on, and we went into the upstairs to the Rebbe. Then I came there twice before the Rebbe came in to the Seder. Twice I was there, but now that's the point what I want to tell you. After I worked by Rabbi Jacobson in Adaratera, then the Rebbe went also to Adaratera to the Seder. Then I went also there. I was already married this, but I walked in Adaratera. Let me see. Then we went downstairs and looked at everything. Then you want to go up to the dormitory.
What year are you talking about?
Huh?
What year are you talking about?
This was Lamed Beis or the Lamed Gimel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this Lamed Beis or Lamed Gimel. The Rebbe went up there to the dormitory, looked at everything. Then the Rebbe went out before when the steps. In fact, where are the bochum taking Negelwasser? No, don't take from the toilet. You have to take it from out the toilet. You have to take Negelwasser.
Not from the bathroom.
Not from the bathroom. So I remember this. I'm telling it to a lot of people. You're not washing your hands in the bathroom. There's everything outside, not inside.
Yeah. Okay. Shekayach Rabbi Wilhelm is Meredik.
Yeah.
And it's Hana for me, Hana for many. And I think the important thing is that in these conversations, to hear people's experiences. That's the Indian. And the main thing is that we're obviously in the Rega Katan until Mashiach comes. We don't have all this, but it's important to hear it.
Yeah.
And we should see the Rebbe.
Amen.
In a Basar.
Amen.